Let's just see how this is working. Am I live? Is this streaming? I will get to know in the next 10 seconds. So this is the very awkward part of first 10 seconds of every stream where you're just thinking, are we streaming yet? Are we streaming yet? Are we streaming yet? Okay, I guess I'll just keep waiting to understand are we streaming yet. This happens, brother. Stream that. Work for me, stream that. Don't do this to me, stream that. Oh, yeah. I guess it's live. Yes, 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 yes. Finally, we are live. Okay, wow, wow. So I had actually planned that I would not be doing the awkward are we live thing, but clearly all those planning, did not really help me on. Shweta saying, "Yup, you're on." Thanks a lot, Shweta. Welcome everybody to On the Bench Season 2. Yes, we finally stopped being lazy, and by that I basically mean there were too many sporting things happening for us to finally realize कि यार अब शुरू करना बनता ही है. This is we have slacked enough. I mean, when I say by we, I mean mostly me. But yeah, fuck, am I the only one watching? Pranav Shah already making us feel very good about ourselves. अरे आपका चैनल जिंदा है. Yes, जिंदा है. Channel जिंदा है. And just like Undertaker, we have risen from the ashes, like Phoenix as well. Welcome back. Thanks a lot, Flash. And yes, so first of all, for the first 2 minutes, I'll just keep yapping. Wow, it's a new season. Yes, every time we start, it's kind of a new season. So it is a new season, and why are you live? Dave is asking. Dave, that's a very nice and polite thing to ask. Why are you? I hope you don't mean alive only because that will be pretty mean. But yes, it's a new season, Kanat, and I'm really excited. So is Anu. And सीबी पे आने वाले हो क्या T20 के टाइम? अरे यार ये सब अभी 2 मिनट बात करते हैं. पहले थोड़ा बोलना तो start करते हैं, guys. So we have just started the stream. Please, as a smash the like button because what happens is when you smash the like button, मस्त से algorithm pushes it to more people. ये एक बार नेविल शाह हमारे स्ट्रीम पे आया था और बहुत ही अच्छे वचन उसने सिखाए थे कि बार बार ये बोलते रहने का. तो उससे कुछ लोग ऐसा लाइक करते थे and the algorithm is pushed. So that's why whenever awkwardness is there and when we don't know what else to talk about, I just do that. What if pissed you about Abhishek Mukherjee on Twitter? Okay, Pranav, we will get there. We will get there. But first, smash that like button. Welcome all of you to on the bench season 2, episode 1, and I will just get my fellow co-host and really good friend, and let's have a ऐसे Twitter sorry Twitter नहीं ऐसे YouTube पे ऐसे अनुमेनन OP एक बार हो जाए, so and then we'll add Anumenan OP, guys. Anumenan OP, come on, please. No Anumenan. Yes, hi Anu.
Ganguly, hi! We're meeting between seasons.
We are meeting between seasons. In Bombay, it's just one long season of monsoon. So it is just one season. Technically, it never ends. Uh, so how are you? How are you, Anu?
I'm these days I'm wearing sunscreen out of nostalgia.
Oh, a lot of social quarantine. No, we were just talking about before we went live. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not used to it anymore. I'm not used to it's a lot of effort, I feel now. Like interacting with people all over again, live shows all over again. I'm like, oh, I was quite happy, with this virtual life.
Yeah, the virtual shows is actually cool, no? Because different cities you can do like three ऐसे तीन shows एक मिनट में कर पाते हैं ऐसा corporate shows ऐसा हुआ नहीं अपने साथ but ऐसे अगर आता तो कर लेते हैं ऐसा वाला ऐसे
No, no,
सुनने में
on
आया
International Women's Day I can do.
हाँ वही सुनने में आया था कि सुब्रमण्यम कर रहे हैं अमित टंडन कर रहे हैं अपने साथ ऐसा हुआ नहीं बट ऐसा जब सुना तो लगा हाँ यार ये तो फायदा हो गया लाइव शो का
It's the only day I feel like Atul Khatri.
yeah Atul Khatri is he doing his Honey Sindhi tour? I mean, anyway, why are we plugging Atul Khatri? His Honey Sindhi tour is anyway. Is that what it's called right now? Oh, no, he's doing a Daddy Cool tour. Atul Khatri solo tour names is an episode by itself. Let's take some of the chats. Ikis Gali mein aa gaye Guru. Pratik Singh is saying, I think he's mentioning to the Twitter fight or something like that. How many episodes this season will have, Dave? I'll let Anu take that. What do you feel, Anu? How many episodes this season will have?
मतलब feeling के हिसाब से.
Yeah, it's all about the intent. It's all about sports should be the real winner. And
Till
Anu,
Abhijit finds another curly-haired person that he'll cheat on me with.
man, you're just never letting that go. But yes, yeah, it's okay. Now I'm getting awkward. But okay, Vaibhav Garg is saying some nice words. He's saying gosh and. But anyway, Anu, the moment there is some kind of awkwardness, what did Neville Shah teach us? What will we say?
Press that like button. No, no.
smash that like button because press
Smash
it.
that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad. Smash that like button. Little raw, no? We're on the back foot already. Damn it. Ah,
Yeah, smash sounds little more intense. Like press
it
is
does.
like
It does.
it's not very millennial sounding. Smash that like
Yeah,
button
that's true. That's true.
unless you've already pressed that like button, in which case do not press because then the like will go and it'll be really sad. But how's it going? How are the sporting things going? How was Federer's
I
retirement
am
for
all
you?
cried out, yeah. And I'm a Nadal fan and I'm still all cried out. So you can imagine. I'm like, this is not boding well for my family when Nadal finally retires. I was like, khud ke retirement pe, I don't think he'll cry so much.
Man, he cried a lot. He really did cry a lot.
He said he went back
Especially.
home to Mallorca and cried again.
So wait, there was some issue. If I'm getting this right, obviously you will know way more about this. But uska family, मतलब his wife is going through some surgery or something like that. Or
His wife is pregnant, his baby is due in 2 weeks. But she's
okay,
had a tough pregnancy. She's had surgery and stuff while he was in America during the US Open. So she's been going through a difficult time. So that's why he came essentially for this one match to play this one doubles match with Federer. And also Federer told him 10 days prior to the public announcement that he was planning to retire. So he said it would mean a lot to me if you could come and we could play my last match could be with you. So that's why he joined the team also very late. He joined on the Friday on Thursday and they were playing on the Friday. And then he
okay,
left Saturday again. So, but it's amazing. Like the whole world has been. I don't think the world expected. They said, yeah, they're friends. Sometimes they felt, oh, maybe they're acting also, just because they don't like Djokovic. But suddenly, like to see two grown men, at 41 and 36 to be holding hands, I think men were like, what's going on?
man, and that
And
was
the women were
interesting.
like, oh,
But I'm kind of right now thinking for Nadal's wife. I mean, imagine like Nadal, like you going through pregnancy and that, and kind of like pain and all that, and then your husband comes back from somebody else's retirement and is crying for that. I mean, it is little, yeah. I mean, interesting is all that I would say, right?
it's like how Lady Diana said, this marriage got a bit crowded.
But you also shed a tear or two.
Many, many. Like I thought it was the most. I felt like it was the most perfect send off someone could get, and he deserved that kind of send off. So and also this whole idea of this male friendship that like I don't think two people have pushed each other. Like in badminton, it happened with Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei. I remember they
Yeah,
both wrote like very soulful letters to each other on retirement and how one wouldn't exist if the other wasn't there. And it's pretty much the same thing, right? Federer showed what was possible after Sampras by crossing that 14 threshold. And suddenly,
yeah.
when someone's showing you the way, then you're also inspired to push yourself. One Nadal said that also. He said, when I saw him continuing, so even if I wanted to let go, I'm like, no, let's keep
Yeah.
trying and like
One
push
final last
ourselves.
before one final. Have you seen that movie Rush by any chance? Rush. It's around that
The
guy.
car, the
Yeah.
Formula One. Yes, yes, of course. Yeah.
Yes. 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 So I mean that those few lines, that what we are
Yeah.
pushing towards each other and all those kind of
Yeah.
come back to your mind. And but at this point, yeah, Sunita Mansi was also pretty much saying the same thing. Nadal was crying, and that made me cry.
Yeah.
Kunal Shah, for some reason, is saying Abhijit already regretting going live. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, I guess Arey Wow, this podcast is back. Yes, Nikhil is saying Arey Wow, this podcast is back, and this is back. Uh, and Ayush Valekar is said an interesting comment competing with 442. I did not say it, you did. But at this point, guys, let's get the our this episode's guest, uh, at whose place we last met, Anu, physically that is. So let's get at that super amazing person, and who gives me, by the way, most unkind of introductions and welcomes. He says Abhijit ऐसा घटिया आया है ये करके whenever he's inviting me on his podcast, but otherwise he's a sweet fellow. I don't want to give any hostility towards him. So let's have a Saurabh Pant OP guys on the chat, and let's have Saurabh Pant.
Oh my God, Anu, thank you so much for the show. And it's so unfortunate that Abhijit had to join this party. So it's just such a pleasure, Anu, to be here. And Abhijit, I'll drop your email in
Hey,
greeting.
Saurabh, I think after you had that mornings with Saurabh Delhi takeover, I think you should be like little empathetic towards other people's podcasts and not do these takeover things. So I think that should be really,
Takeover
definitely,
was too long. I've already forgotten it.
that was too long. That was not
Yeah.
even a Delhi pot takeover. That was mostly a Vipul Goyal,
Yeah, it was a
kind of a takeover.
it was a Jaipur comedian takeover.
Jaipur comedian. But
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, Saurabh, what are your views? How did you feel about the whole Federer retirement thing and whole Nadal's really outpour of emotions around it?
I mean, it was cute, man. It was very sweet to see guys like. I mean, like I feel the same way about so many of my friends, right? I'll be like, see when like say Veer retires from comedy, I'll be crying just tears of joy because like I'll get his audience, and the same way I feel that way about Abdul Khatri and other such people, you know. So I think it was very sweet to see. I was more excited to see see Djokovic forced to make a statement like much against his like after his dad is like going on saying Federer is like his dad is basically Yogaraj Singh, which is really fun. So I really enjoyed that whole vibe of for Djokovic having to come out and say stuff.
By the way, talking about Yogaraj Singh, you guys read about it, right? Yogaraj is training Arjun Tendulkar right now.
Really? But Arjun Tendulkar
Yeah.
had a foreign coach. What happened to that?
No, I don't know if this was a Twitter troll or something, but I read it that he's training Arjun Tendulkar right now, like who's training
After
Virat
he got
Kohli.
chucked out of the Mumbai team, now he's having to be trained by Yuvraj's father.
Yograj, yeah. And everybody, and there was this meme like Yograj is an intense trainer. He trained, Yuvraj, of course, then couple of cricketers, and also Milkha Singh. Like, if you guys, like, not really, like, Farhan Akhtar का coach movie में बना था ना. So they just placed that as a meme, and everybody was like, हाँ सही तो है, मिल्खा सिंह को भी train किया था. And then everybody realized that ये तो movie का हो गया.
This sounds like one of those fake rumors that are just made and we fell for it because we are like, this could be realistic.
Okay, bhai. So yes, let's take some chats, guys. Saurabh, bolder than ever. Oh wow, that's always a nice way to welcome people. That's
Yeah, Rafaeli's been looking like this for a while now.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you have hardly gained any
You
weight,
know?
man. I mean, I have gained weight. I know that for sure. But yeah, and obviously there's the typical expected Arbaz Khan kind of a comment
Yeah.
about me. But by the way, I mean, I know this is too early to bring a very remotely followed sport into this podcast. But do you guys by
Are
any
you going to
chance
talk about
follow
squash?
sport? Yeah, I was going to talk about squash. You guys
Anyway,
follow
yeah,
squash?
this long,
Have you guys
like,
ever played squash or anything? Yeah.
yeah, I played squash. I have, I love squash. It really, like, it makes like, I've never used like dildos in my ass, but like playing squash makes it feel like that's happened. It really messes up your ass. It's really like a pain. I mean,
Your
maybe actually no.
ass. I thought your knees.
Oh, no,
Knees
no, no,
is
your
the worst.
ass,
I don't know
man.
why Soraphan talking about ass so much. Like I have
Yeah.
never had pain in my ass,
Okay,
and I
maybe
played
I just want some dildos in my
Putting the
mouth.
ass in squash like that. What is this?
Splash.
like, did somebody hit you with the
Yeah.
ball? Just say ball lagi, yeah. Like that's
I
how
think I
you
was playing by
celebrate.
myself. Hey, talking about dildos in my ass.
Pant, you can play tennis against a wall also. It's the same thing. Don't just call it squash. Okay? And try to make it sound cooler than it is. I'm just a lonely person with no friends.
Squash players are really intense. They're crazy, like genuinely crazy. Like especially the women are really crazy. Like they're just. I just saw right now, like an hour before, there's this player called Noor Al Taib, and she just lost a point, so she just took the racket and broke it on her feet. Like she hit her leg with it twice, and racket पूरा टूट गया. And I'm like, ये पैर टूटा कैसे नहीं उसका यार? मतलब this is like an intense fight का the racket होगा. Like squash players are they are something else. But yeah, I think squash थोड़ा जल्दी हो जाएगा for this podcast and looking at you two blank faces about the contribution towards squash. So अभी थोड़ा सा Federer और Nadal पे stick करते हैं. Nothing around Djokovic emotional outpour also repaired his
He was
image a little
very
bit.
restrained and sweet. I thought he knew his place. So he made the right noises. And he also said, he said, when I really lost it was when Federer's children came on. So not when Federer's emo speech was going on, not when when the children came. I was like, oh, nice. But I think what was cute was that Nadal's family also came. So I feel like, so also because Nadal can't be such a good actor now that he's lying alone for so long. So I felt like because his family also came, they obviously are very close, dude. more than people expected them to be.
Yeah,
Do you
so
think, Saurabh, you can be such close friends with your biggest rival? Saurabh,
I mean,
all
if
the
there is
rivals you have?
nobody who can rival me, honestly. Like it's like I don't think anybody's my rival. I think everybody's just like competing. I'm playing a different sport, right? Like they're all playing tennis and I'm playing squash by myself and getting my ass in pain. So it's a
Yeah.
completely it's a different kind of sport.
Your
Um,
open spot.
I have never, and chat, can you help us out with this? Has anybody, like, I have never played squash and made it, matlab, like, my ass has never hurt. And honestly speaking, if I can be just honest, that has happened a couple of times while playing badminton. Like, suddenly you
yeah.
have, like, the next day you have pain in your, yeah, glutes and everything. But I'm just calling glutes because, yeah.
My
Uh,
gluteus maximus has always been okay
Yeah.
yeah, nothing,
after
never.
badminton.
I
Interesting.
am Brutus Maximus, son to a fathered squash, mother to a tendon, father to spondylitis.
Guys, you're screwing up squash for me, man. I really love the sport. I find it so
I like the way you're
exciting.
screwing up squash, not Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
No, but the fact that I remember reading was about I don't know if it was Jamshed Khan or who's the other Pakistani famous squash legend. What's his name? Uh,
Janishin, I don't know, was that a Feroz Khan movie? Wait, Jan-
Jan-
I mean, there are a lot of Khans, like a lot of Pakistan used to dominate squash at one time. Right now, of course, it's
Yeah,
Egypt.
Jahangir.
Jahangir.
Jahangir. So one
Yes,
of them
yes.
had a record for the longest running in professional sport, longest unbeaten streak, which is 555. And I
Yeah.
remember reading that and going like, I don't think anybody's ever won 555 of anything in professional international sport. Like, I mean, that's incredible. It's another level.
It's such a pain point for me. Why is squash not respected more as a sport? Because that
Because it's
sport
tough
is
to watch.
brutal. It used to be tougher to watch, but right now they have made glass courts and everything. Earlier it used to be all wall courts and everything. That's why it was not very TV friendly. But now they have made it with more glass courts and everything. I think India में तो थोड़ा सा इसीलिए भी सीन है because इंडिया में हमेशा विलेन लोग स्क्वॉश खेलते थे तो इसीलिए थोड़ा सा इमेज ही हो गया कि गोरे लोग या बहुत ज्यादा रईस लोग वगैरह खेलते वाला सीन हो गया बट otherwise that sport is like the players who play that are one of the best athletes in the planet and I mean, and it's not just India thing. It's like world over. I think that sport really deserves more audience. It's really intense.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
more interesting to watch than golf, yeah. And golf has such a large audience, which is bizarre to me.
okay, yes.
Because golf is
Chalo,
also played by more people. Squash, like the number of people playing it is also less because it requires like
Yeah.
I don't know.
it requires a
I don't
dictator.
know.
It requires a dictator. It basically requires a dictator because of mostly countries that have dictators like that do. Those are the ones who like. It's like basically. I think Egypt also a lot big role was played by Hosni Mubarak. कि Hosni Mubarak obsession with squash के वजह से ही काफी ज़्यादा squash का scene हुआ. But anyway, let's
And
move
I
on
think
from
You
the
this
learn
one.
something new every day.
Yeah, but you know what? Like people go about autocracy and they talk about dictatorships like always like it's negative. But what about the positives with regards to squash titles? Like yes, they may be children starving and they may be like pillaging on the streets and the inflation may be 575%. But come on, there's an unbeaten streak of 200 in a sport that very few people watch. Dictatorship is good, guys. Let's promote dictatorship.
I don't know
Let's
where is this going now. I think
Zimbabwe was so good at squash. Like
let's let's come back to different sports and let's come back to anything more on tennis you want to add Adu? Like no but Djokovic का image उससे कुछ rebuild नहीं हुआ like you still kind of have the same kind of feelings
Look,
towards him.
I'll tell you what though, I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was a perfect send off and it all went according to plan, etc. But I do think one sort of PR move which I wasn't like on board with was that they called Carlos Alcaraz, who's now at 19, the number one player in the world,
Yeah.
to be part of Team Europe. And I felt just for PRs, I mean, why would you not want to be there as a send off to Federer when you yourself have said that, you know what, like I idolize Nadal, but actually my game style is just like Federer. So I feel like as a PR move, you're the newly crowned number one in the world. You're called to represent. You just have to go to London and say, yeah, goodbye. It was a very emotional moment, right? For all these players. Like everyone was crying. Like grown men were crying their like eyes off. I've never like, and he was so universally liked. So in terms of titles, he may be at number 3. But you also realize, Vinay Pathak said this to me once. He said, no matter who ends up with whatever titles, at the end of the day, you only remember how someone made you feel. And if they made you feel great, that's all that's important. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to remember the titles at all. And that's the thing. Like when he walks on, you don't like the claps are through the roof. Like that sort of love you can't buy, you know? He has one more title at Wimbledon than Djokovic. But Djokovic will not even get half the kind of claps that Federer does. And that's, you know, that's just it in brass tacks.
I think Nikhil has summed it up. वो photo देखे 4 tennis superstars and 3 vaccines in a photo.
I mean, technically 6.
Yeah,
And they must have got booster doses, so it would be about 8. So you should have said 3 double doses. You know what? I
Generally,
fucked
the
up your
other
own
way
joke. I'm
around.
sorry.
We are cracking jokes, and somebody in comment is spoiling it.
Yeah. So I want to spoil this joke.
Another meme. Like they are cracking jokes, and we are spoiling this. So
That's the whole point of this, right? The whole point of a YouTube live is to ruin your concept, your joke about the squash dictatorship. I was like, let's ruin this. Like, why not? But with Djokovic, like I think I've said this to both of you. I hated his game. It's very annoying to watch him play. That bouncing the ball 12,000 times, and also like it's all too much.
Plays the same game.
Huh?
Medvedev plays more or less the same game only. Just go on and on and on and on and on. And I like Medvedev.
Yeah.
No, Medvedev is very fast. Djokovic bounces the ball like once I got 32 times. Sorabh Pant by then had lost it. He had finished alive in the time that Djokovic had bounced his ball. And then Sorabh messaged me to say, I'm very sorry, Menon. I cannot do this. I cannot watch him. I cannot watch tennis. You tell me when this is over.
Oh my God. It was meant before serving. Oh, I thought in general, like the rally
No,
going
before
on.
serving, dude, it's such an irritating habit, and it's like it's essentially just a ploy. It's a very good tactical ploy, but that doesn't make it a fun ploy to watch as a viewer. Because like you know what, I'm still, I think the thing that makes Federer so special, right, is because he realized that he also realized that it's entertainment, right? Sport is entertainment. Yes, you're there to win and all that kind of stuff. Like effectively, it's about entertainment. It's about having that pizzazz and about all that kind of crap. And of course, it may have come naturally to him in some way. And like I was never a fan of Nadal until like probably 3-4 years back, and then I started realizing that my God, this guy is. I mean, the effort and then the biceps, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot. And then I became a fan of his because there's a likability with him. With Djokovic, he does so many things like the impersonations of tennis players and all that kind of stuff. Where you're like, I should be a fan of this guy, but it feels so disingenuous. And then his dad constantly going on about Federer after a point. I'm like, chup na re, kya hai tere ko? Jeet liya tu.
No, the disturbing part is Federer. His father, Djokovic's father, made a oil painting of Djokovic with a lot of chest hair just sprouting out like that with fine detail. And I was like, no, ye aadmi galat hai.
Okay, so just I mean, I'm just being honest over here, but for me, Djokovic initially, obviously, the whole vaccine stand was weird and all. But there's also like, I mean, now there is little bit of thing that okay, that guy is really putting his money where his mouth is. Like he's really skipping Grand Slams and everything because of that stand. Now that's a pretty like strong stand to take. I don't know whether it's because he's committed to it so much that now he can't back down from it, or the fact because अपने में तो हम लोग का तो यही होता है ना कि भाई फ्लाइट नहीं ले पाएंगे अगर वैक्सीन लेगा तो चुपचाप फ्लाइट लेना है तो वैक्सीन ले लो सो little bit of it okay fine his thing might be different but he's really wholeheartedly going into it he's suffering the fact that he can go for just having the most grand slams ever but he's still sacrificing that it's little bit of commendability
What is he sacrificed 2 Grand Slams, man. Like it's not like it's some major deal, no? Like people have sacrificed so many Grand Slams because of injury. So I mean, you're telling me 2 years of Grand Slams is obviously, but it's 2 Grand Slams. It's fine. Like I don't think it's such a biggie.
Yeah, and if he was less ranked, he would probably wouldn't have had the. But you know what? I agree with you. I actually agree with people who are like they've decided.
Bless you.
On,
wow
yeah.
Yeah.
Was,
must have hurt
sorry,
your glutes by like anything that one, huh?
We were talking about tennis, and I decided to do the sound. That's a forehand.
You speak against the vaccine, the flu gets you, brother.
Yeah. I'm sitting in an AC room after a long time. No, but I appreciate that. I appreciate people taking a stance about something like that, and like he's but again, he said so much. He said I can move water with my mind and all that shit. Didn't he say
I
that?
can no, like pure water will be
Yeah.
able to heal dirty water.
But that's I think matlab, he had that thing, no, like with Sadhguru and the water conversations and
No,
all
no,
that.
his family has raised him like Serbian Jesus. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Okay. On that positive note, I there were some couple of interesting comments over here, which let's just take them. One was very like did not I did not see this comment coming, but suddenly I was like, oh, Cyrus Brocha squeezing his balls
Yeah,
in the gym. You guys seen that post on Insta? What is
yeah.
this all
Saurabh
about?
sent it to me. My son saw it and then was rolling around my bed saying, "My eyes, my eyes." Then we had to get into a whole discussion about balls and dick, and you know the debates. And I was like, I really am not. I'm not prepared now.
Then did he remove that? He removed that post, right? But
No,
afterwards,
he didn't until like, did he? Because he had a podcast after.
I think he removed it because I was honestly
He
not even
removed the
sure who
shorts for sure.
I was not even sure whom I can send this to and whom I can't because suddenly this becomes like I'm making people uncomfortable. So this
Yeah.
is like this is like sending other people's like yeah whatever. So I was like very unsure to how to deal with it. But
And in my head, I'm just thinking, my God, he has a 16-year-old daughter. What will she think? What will they say in school? What's going to go on?
okay,
Yeah, I think his idea was that he wanted to show off the fact that he's been working out his glutes, and so he wanted to show off his legs, and he figured that that we must see his legs right till the very end. And I was going to message Cyrus like, hey man, it's all right, we get it, we don't need to see all of it. But also, it's like you know what I mean? How is this different from Ranveer's what's his name? Yeah, the post has been deleted. Yeah, sorry, the post has been. I just double checked.
yeah,
It's been
yeah,
deleted.
it was deleted later. But that's what I was just thinking. मतलब ये तो रोनाल्डो ने तक नहीं किया यार. वो भी मतलब खेलते खेलते बस शॉट सुपर कर
अरे
लेता है.
पर करने दे,
बहुत
उसकी बॉडी है,
रोनाल्डो.
उसको जो भी करने का है, करने दो.
Yeah,
Like
but by the time I saw it, it had 1,700 likes. I was like, that is disturbing me more.
yeah, but listen, I was about to give it a like or two.
On that positive note, guys, I think it's time that we change sport. We move on to a different sport. So first, what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the whole Deepti Sharma incident and everything, or do we talk about the India versus Australia series? Saurabh, you're
I
the guest.
mean,
You decide.
is it India versus Australia? Is like क्या है? मतलब खेल लिया कुछ some 3 match खेले. Who
Really?
cared? It was like
Bro,
whatever.
it's gonna be 30 minutes of our podcast. ऐसा ऐसा ऐसा
How
ऐसे
into
मत
it?
करो यार. मतलब पूरा कंटेंट प्रिपेयर करके ऐसा लाइन लाइन वाला सोच के अचानक से ये कर दिया कि क्या है, क्या घटिया चीज है, इस पे क्या बात करने का है. Yeah.
Did you see Pakistan versus England yesterday?
Yeah, I
No.
saw your tweets, but I was watching squash match,
Dude,
Egyptian
it
Open
was
finals
like
today.
it is such typical Pakistan cricket. Okay, so they scored some subpar total, and then they're like after England just whatever, like 200s are being scored randomly. You're like, this will be an easy target, and then they were about to lose it. Then they were about this thing, and then this guy, random guy called uh, Dawson, okay, who Vakar Yunis keeps calling Dawson, like it's just fun. And then I was like, hey, Vakar Yunis calling him Dawson. And then I saw when India was playing, the Indian women were playing England. All the English commentators were calling her Hemlata. Like they weren't getting Hemlata. So they just kept calling her wrong. And then I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing, right? It's like Bakar Yunus getting Dawson wrong is not so unlikely since 90% of English commentators can't like get any of these subcontinental names right. But it was a great match, man. It's like you got to and to watch it live with all the vibes and
And
the
earlier they could have
Pakistan.
just addressed him as Steve, but now that's also not cool. So earlier तो पहले तो वो भी कर देते थे.
क्या 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 सॉरी सुनाई नहीं दिया क्या?
Earlier तो they would just address people as Steve or something like that. But now that's also not cool.
Jim.
So yeah. So they
Yeah.
better get it looking right. Yeah, a lot of pressure over there.
But again, they shouldn't get it right. If somebody calls me Sarah Pant, I'm like, ठीक है, नहीं मालूम उसको क्या इतना इतना क्या प्रेशर लोगों के ऊपर कि मैं
Yeah.
अपनी नाम के ऊपर ऑफेंड हो गया. Like, calm the fuck down. Everybody needs to chill out, dude. Like, I
I
don't
even
understand this
answer
whole.
to A, Aurat. It's also fine.
Sorry.
That sounds like
Sorry to
Tanmay, right? That one of
be
Tanmay's.
See, to each their own, Saurabh. You're referring to Tanmay. I was going Bhavesh Alani. So that speaks about the comedy. Yeah, people we are hanging out with. But anyway, so yeah, of the choice we made, Sunita Malse said. Has said Deepti Sharma. So, but once we are done with India versus, England versus Pakistan. What is the England versus Pakistan series? Is it like a T20 and ODI series? सब कुछ है उसमें या बस या T20 matches ही?
7 match T20 series where all of them are just prepping. And Josh Butler, I don't know if he's injured or whatever. So Moeen Ali is captaining. I think I don't know. I think he's recovering with some injury or whatever. Mark Wood is back, and dude, that guy, man, oh, dude, seeing Mark Wood and Haris Rauf in the same match is like it's as a fan of fast bowling, it is like a orgasm to watch these two guys bowling together.
What do you
And I
think,
think
Bhuvneshwar Kumar?
Mark, sorry.
What do you think, Bhuvneshwar Kumar? No.
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is like he doesn't get. I think the speedometer doesn't do him justice. I think they broke four of them. Like his slower ball was. I think his slower ball is 183. I think if I remember correctly. But it was great, man. Like Mark Wood got these guys out, and it was so it's a 7 match series. It's a lot of excitement, but again, let's talk about Deepti Sharma. There's not much because both of you haven't seen it, so there's not really much to cover. So yeah.
I mean,
We
we can
love
talk about
listening to you,
Pakistan.
Saurabh. It's
Yeah,
educational.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
When you
I
speak
definitely
through your gluteus maximus, there's more gravitas.
let me just put up an Instagram post holding my balls. And good on Cyrus Brocha, man. He's working out. The guy, like, I'm show your body, man. Cyrus, live your life.
Dude, he's been working out for years, man. Like, yeah. He's
I
always
mean,
been
that
a
is like
gymaholic.
he's really like I don't know how many people. Obviously, nobody would know that, but in there used to be this Bengali like cartoon Batul the Great, and he was like a typical caricature, like of like a thin legs and that big, like this kind of a person, and he just gives that kind of like he's really like V shape to the like to the T. I don't know even if that makes sense, but yeah,
But that
really
V shape, nah, that V, yeah, yeah, yeah,
seriously V
yeah.
man. It's like the
Dude, that
it's like
genuinely
a
looks like Cyrus, man. Wait, how do I show this way?
you don't have
It's
to
got to
do
be.
anything like that. Arey, Saurabh, arey,
Oh,
boomer, you have to affect the like brightness of the phone. ऐसा नहीं करना
I
होता
reduced
है.
the brightness. Wait, that'll work what? Ah, there you go. Can you
Yeah,
see it?
yeah, now,
No.
yeah. You
All
actually
right.
Googled Batul the Great.
Yeah, Barton the Grey. That does look like Cyrus. You can just Google him. He looks like Cyrus. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, but Mark Wood, let's take some comments. Yeah, Mark Wood, every time he comes to the ball, I am speed. Yeah, I just hate Mark Wood from the time he bowled that short ball and got Rohit Sharma out after that 1-6. Like every time it would be like Rohit Sharma एक छक्का मारेगा फिर out हो जाएगा during that series. So
Oh,
yeah, I
super.
have
Love it.
I like
that one.
Margot.
I
Yeah,
love Margot. And you got to listen to this podcast. You got to listen to this podcast, which he does with this guy called Miles Jupp. It's a lot of fun because he's constantly talking about his recovery and all that shit. And he's a funny fucking guy, dude. He's a lot of
yeah.
fun. So I was watching it. I'm like, oh, this guy is like, and he keeps talking about. He's like, so I've just recovered from my last injury. I think I should get my next one on Thursday. And he's just making like a lot of self-deprecation. And you start realizing that like all of these fast bowlers, they got to have that because it's literally the most injury-prone part of cricket is bowling as fast as he does. And it's like with Jeffrey Boycott telling him that hey, you can't be this fast on every ball. And he's like, नहीं मेरे को करने का है. I want to be this fast. तू टुक टुक कर बैटिंग. I want to bowl 97 miles an hour. And dude, in his comeback game after like whatever 7 months layoff, he comes back. Whatever, maybe 5 months, he came back and he in the first match he bowls 97 miles an hour, and he gets Babar Azam out, and it was great. It was superb to watch that guy, man. Big
Yeah,
fan.
it's also like it's a heavy impact on the knee. And guess which other sport has heavy impact on the knee?
No, squash?
Yes, Anu. How do you know I'm talking about squash?
Weightlifting?
Yeah, wait, that's Cyrus. That's a different sport, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have taken this some good words from Chuchan. Okay, seems like Saurabh Pant knows more about cricket than Rishabh Pant. I mean, Rishabh Pant is
I
more
enjoyed
How
cricket.
active.
Enjoyed
hurt are you
cricket.
though that he's not in the team? How hurt are you? Sorry, how hurt? But you also like
I
Dinesh Karthik, so
I love Dinesh Karthik.
yeah.
I get very irritated with like this like with this Hardik Mehuna stuff. After a point, I'm like, okay, I love you also, but just calm the like enough. He also knows how to bat. I just don't like this. Like I don't like this. It's a very specifically Indian team thing. There is no other player in any other
Wait,
team in.
सौरभ इंडियन टीम पे कुछ नहीं बोलने का. Okay, Nobody dare say anything about the Indian team. People don't like it when you say anything about the Indian team. Okay, that's not cool. Like there are people who get really offended. Okay.
It's yeah. Listen,
So
and
Saurabh,
yesterday
you
when
were saying?
so I don't like it. It's like with this whole like मैं करेगा. I'm like और भी लोग हैं. Like it comes back to the KL Rahul in Kings 11 Punjab thing where he just had this belief that nobody else in the team knows how to bat, and so everybody else is like हाँ ठीक है हम बस छुट्टी के लिए आए हैं तू करते रहे अपना जो करना है. So I don't know why this superstar mentality tends to happen where I'm like other people know how to play also. They've also been hired for a role, and I completely agree with Sunil Gavaskar who says that there's no it's not defined that he has to play only 10 balls. फिनिशर का ये मतलब नहीं कि तुम्हें फिनिश ही करना है, तुम और चीजें भी कर सकते हो. He knows how to bat. So I really enjoy the way. By the way, I think India batting wise is at least seems to be peaking at the right time. Everybody's getting the aggression in check in the right time, and Rohit Sharma scoring that very important
Everybody,
knock in that 4 over match which we
everybody,
played.
by everybody, you mean even like some people whose names start with K and L and end with Ol?
His strike rate has improved considerably, last few matches. So
Yeah.
either what he started doing is he's 3 or 4, or he's 22 of 12 or 13. I'm like, that's fine. Like in my case, like I think most of us now have reached a point where we're like, if KL Rahul gets out early, that's good for India. But
Why? Why would you say that? You'll shit on him when he doesn't do well. Oh, he's come out of injury. He's already made it into the playing 11. Why should he get a chance in the Asia Cup? You have to listen to that. Now, when he gets runs, oh shit, why is he getting runs? He can't. How can he win, dude?
he doesn't know how to play in crucial matches. He only plays when there's no pressure. It's like,
Yeah,
you
when
remember when
the
VS Lakshman scored that 167 against Australia in that ODI, which is the last, was it the last test, sorry. And it was no pressure. And suddenly VVS Lakshman found who he was. And that was literally, it wasn't the 281, it was at 167 in the last test, where he suddenly discovered that I have nothing to lose. And that's, VVS Lakshman took that as a step forward to go like, okay, now I'm the pressure guy. With KL Rahul, I'm still waiting for him to take something under pressure. I
But
love
KL
watching him bat,
always does
but
great. Like every time Punjab Kings 11 got knocked out, immediately after that he played like a crazy great innings. Like India got knocked out of Asia Cup. After that he played a great innings. So he always plays super amazing masterclass innings once his
yeah,
team is knocked out.
he's a great no pressure player.
That's bullshit. Like in the IPL, he was consistently the only one consistently for Punjab, like batting well up the order. Of course, they didn't win any games, but the point is that he
That's what I'm
consistently
saying.
batted.
That's
Up
the
the
problem.
order.
It's like it's the orange cap syndrome, right? Like it's like, yeah, what is there in this bloody orange cap that is so bloody exciting? And why? Look, and again, I absolutely enjoy watching KL Rahul bat when he's like in full flow, and I'm sure in the World Cup he'll pull through. And he's been saying that, yeah, my strike rate is a problem. I'm working on it. Complete full credit to the guy. But like the Indian team right now, our problem is constantly being performing under pressure. Like even against Australia and all that shit, Maxwell, we got out very lucky. Like it was great. We got him out for 3 matches continuously at critical times, except that the 8 over 2 over match, whatever we were playing. But like, come on, we're still struggling with pressure, and it emanates from the fact that KL Rahul and a couple of other people are bad under pressure. Rohit Sharma oddly great under pressure.
Rohit Sharma, that's the
Kohli.
best part about Rohit Sharma. Even when Rohit Sharma is not at his best, like even when he's not doing well, he'll still get like a 25 of 13, 14 balls and give that start, or like at least a 20 of 8 balls or 9 balls. Like that's his when he's not peaking, he'll still give that. But with KL Rahul and all, when they are not doing well, it's just really tough to watch, and it just puts India in such a tough situation because yeah, like रोहित शर्मा आउट हो जाएगा उसका सूर्य कुमार यादव आके चल तू कुछ कर ले बट केएल राहुल जब अटक जाता है ना इट्स जस्ट वेरी infuriating just to see him on and on uh, that whole Hong Kong innings against Asia Cup in Asia Cup as well very weird
But Virat is in form.
and you
Hey,
know
by
what
the
I
way,
like
Anu,
the
your
most about
voice.
Virat yesterday Virat even said yesterday even afterwards that when the match was over he said that's great that he said that ideally it shouldn't have gone to the last over I should have tried to
Yeah.
finish it up before now that's super ownership like that's amazing so with the Virats and all no Pant, coming back to the point what you're talking about with Hardik Pandya with the Virats it's so it's he's there like the moment he sees Surya Kumar Yadav smash it out of the park he'll just give the strike to him विथ हार्दिक पांड्या एंड ऑल ना वो थोड़ा सीज वो कबड्डी में इतना ज्यादा है कि मतलब मेरे को ही स्टार्ट बनने का है तो वो मैं हूं ना वाला अरे भाई दूसरा भी है तो मतलब थोड़ा सा वो है, but yeah, full respect to Hardik Pandya, guys. Please
No,
going
I
on.
listen. I love Hardik Pandya. I'm just saying that this thing, no, like I've seen this happen 2-3 times now with him and DK, and they have a trust. And DK seems to be the kind of guy who's very happy to take the back seat as well as the front seat, which is like what's made him have such a long career and all that kind of stuff. But here's the critical situation: if India need 9 of 4 to win in a semi-final in the World Cup, Hardik is batting. DK, it's not like he's come out fresh to bat. He's played 6 balls, 7 balls, which is enough for what he's required to do. And if Hardik Pandya says no to a single, I am going to be angry because I'm like, this is what are you talking about? Like, what sport? This is it's a team sport. You're supposed to take the bloody goddamn single and trust the other person to also get the job done. Like, it's not entirely on your shoulder. And by the way, I have to say this: Hardik Pandya being in the kind of form that he is in right now is the one reason that India have a chance in the T20 World Cup. Because he's killing that 71 of 30 was devastating at the end. Big massive fan. I just don't like this whole कि मुझ पे ही छोड़ दो, मैं हीरो हूँ, मैं शाहरुख खान का मूवी देखा. Just other people are there also.
He's riding the wave, na, Saurabh. Also, whatever said and done, this is the mellowed version of Hardik Pandya. Like, he was insufferable before, and this whole time away, I feel, has been very good for him. So I think he's riding, yes, like, you know, when things are going your way, everything goes your way. So then you are more confident about hitting those winning 6 runs of the last ball, and you trust yourself more. When you're not short on confidence, that trust isn't there. So I think he's got a few knocks. He's like come down to earth a bit, but he's still riding that wave, and therefore he wants to push it as far as it'll go, or he'll go in this form that he's in.
Probably, but again, still 9 of 4 required DK on the other side, or even like not Jadeja, but Akshar Patel on the other side, or whatever. Just take the bloody single. You don't have to take so much ownership of the chase.
Sorry, like take the single. मतलब अगर कोई छक्का नहीं मार पाया तो तब स्ट्राइक तो रोटेट कर लेना यार. ऐसा मतलब कि अरे तू बैठ जाता, मतलब it's not like मोहम्मद शामी थोड़ी ना दूसरे एंड पे जो भी आजकल छक्के मार लेता है टेस्ट क्रिकेट में.
मोहम्मद शामी I understand हाँ मत ले, but but again,
what are your thoughts on Harshal Patel, by the way?
He has to be in the side.
Not Arshdeep.
He has to be in the side. No, so it has to be a choice between Harshal or Bhuvaneshwar, and India needs to take a call depending on like on what the pitch looks like. If it looks like a pitch that's going to swing early, like right now we've already noticed that Bhuvi bowling two overs at the death is like just a disaster waiting to happen. Again, the thing is that it's like but it's too much pressure on the guy, man. Like, first of all, like he did it in the IPL, but like it's a lot of pressure, dude. Okay, you know, I saw Naseem Shah hitting was 260.
I'm sorry for interrupting, because I also saw this. This is hilarious, by the way. Like, his wife has been posting videos of him meeting his in-laws, and like, dude, it's a badass video. Like, man, meeting his, like, did you see this, Anu, by any chance?
No, I didn't.
This is exactly what you would imagine how Hardik Pandya would meet his in-laws. Like, it's like Hardik Pandya is tugging his father-in-law's shirt and like going like, "Are good material," and shit. And I'm like, bro, bala, ye to alag hi
Saras.
So yeah, in-laws ko aisa milne ka to hota yaar.
No, but Hardik Pandya, listen, Anu thinks he's, what would he say? In what did you say? You used some big word before he was going in. Yeah, whatever.
No, he was what?
I've always loved Hardik Pandya. I'm a big fan of Hardik Pandya. Like, because he's like that whole concept of Dhoni saying that I used to keep my door open for anybody to walk in, and which, I mean, honestly, like, it opens you out to theft and all that kind of stuff. But still, I mean, I understand the team vibes and all that stuff. But you never know who stole your PS5. But that's not the point. But Hardik Pandya does the same thing, and I like that. Like, you need that team leader who basically like I think for so long in the world, you've always thought team leadership is being an Alan Border who's just like an asshole on the field, and it worked for them at that time. But now it's not. It's more about like घुल मिल के करते हैं दोस्ती और जीत.
But Rohit did that as well. Like, Rohit did that as well, right? That was why people were open to this changing of the guard from Virat, saying that was a very different, from a closed door, everyone's private policy, to, hey, come, I know you're having a hard time, let's go have dinner together or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. What is this about? Like, in the sense, like, closed door policy, like...
No, from Dhoni, like, you know, anyone could come to his room, chill, you know, have a chat, blah, blah. With Virat, it was very much like you finish your day at the office, you go back home, and you do your own thing. So there was no, like, you know, I'm going through a tough time, Captain, let me, you know, have a heart-to-heart with you. And he'll be like, yes, I'm listening. You know, there wasn't any of that. Whereas Rohit is, personality-wise, also a little more chill, right? So he's more like, hey, bhai, I know, you've had 5 ducks in a row. I'll buy you some dinner. That sort of
Come with me, KL.
vibe.
Come with me,
Yeah,
KL. Let's
yeah,
watch a
yeah.
shitty movie together. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Avengers assemble. It isn't that.
That's a good video, dude. I really enjoyed it. They should
but
make
yes,
more such videos.
I
Yeah,
agree with
sorry.
you, Saurabh, that definitely it depends a lot on Hardik Pandya's form. India's T20 World Cup performance will depend a lot on Hardik Pandya's form and his shoulder, of course. So it is literally like the most important because right now बैटिंग वाइज तो वी आर क्लिकिंग आई जस्ट डोंट नो हाउ टू फील अबाउट द बॉलिंग बिकॉज मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा हर्षल पटेल आई मीन यू सी दीज थिंग्स लाइक हर्षल पटेल इन द सेंस लाइक हिज डेथ वाज I mean, you see long Twitter threads on suddenly that he has been exposed and everything. So you don't know how much to read into it or how much to not. But certainly उतना बढ़िया तो नहीं जा रहा है. But yeah, he has come back from injury as well. So, but Arshdeep did a better job clearly.
Oh,
मतलब
for sure. I would say that's what I'm saying. It's Harshal or Bhuvaneshwar in the side for me. It depends on if it's like it's gonna swing early or no, and if it is, then keep Bhuvi. If not, then it's Harshal for me. Arshdeep is sure shot. Bumrah is a sure shot, dude. And also like after coming back for injury and all that stuff, irrespective of what everything else happens, Bumrah gave 50 runs. Right, so it's
Yeah.
not easy. Like if somebody who's arguably the best death bowler in world cricket, like barring probably Rashid Khan. I mean, it's Rashid Khan, Haris Rauf, and Bumrah currently based on current form. If he gives 50 runs, then come on, Harshal Patel can have like he'll take a little time for getting into it. Hardik is
But
not
Bumrah is
going.
also coming off injury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, let's not forget, right? He's also, yeah.
But I mean, बुमराह के अगेंस्ट तो क्या ही बोलना बुमराह तो मतलब वॉक्स इन वाला सीन तो हो ही जाता है बट हर्षल पटेल आई थिंक आई एम नॉट श्योर लेट्स सी लाइक वील गेट टू understand this more after the SA series but what is this around Hardik dropped against the SA series dropped तो नहीं मतलब वो तो it's not dropped
Rested. Maybe he also spend time with the in-laws.
Yeah. He wants to.
Yeah, maybe
He wants to feel up different kinds of material. He's like, yeah, polyester. Oh, it's like, and it's just Hardik. That's the game I want Hardik to play. The next video of Natasha is her name, right?
yeah
Natasha?
नताशा अभी तो बात करी हम लोग नाम के साथ खेल सकते हैं तो अभी तो
That's the next video is this Hardik being in the house and feeling up different material and guessing what kind of make it is. It's like 70% polyester, 30% plastic. This is wind cheater. That's the next video.
Man, that's the first time you're meeting your father-in-law to hold a father-in-law shirt. The first time you're meeting. I mean, I have respect also for Hardik Pandya की पहली बार मिलने पे यार शर्ट ऐसा पकड़ के खींच रहा है तो यार तू मतलब अलग लेवल का स्वैगर है यार मतलब ये तो but yeah Ganu Maharaj has made it interesting Harshal Patel is a TEDx speaker not a fast bowler but by the way talking about Harshal Patel I think अक्षर के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए man he has seized the opportunity of Jadeja's injury like crazy he is looking irreplaceable right now
against non-subcontinental teams. Like that's it. In the Asia Cup, he didn't do as well because you're playing against Asian countries. So if you're playing against Asian countries, I would literally select Ashwin.
How many matches
he played
did he play?
1 or 2 matches. Did he play 2? I thought
I
he
think
played 1 or
just
2.
the last match against Afghanistan.
I think he played a T20 series against somebody and he didn't do too well against, and it was an Asian country or whatever. I think like as a rule because listen, अक्सर
कर नहीं सकते इंग्लैंड के अगेंस्ट अक्षर पटेल वो तो उसकी शक्ल देख के डर जाते हैं बेचारे रात को नाइटमेयर्स आते हैं अक्षर पटेल के
dude he's Akshar Patel is so like he's so eminent like he you know what he's one of those people who sneaks up on you with his likability like he's so likable and you don't realize it and then you're just like यार ये क्या बंदा है यार ये he's just always like he's got that weird like face where that goofiness about him it's great I thoroughly enjoy like the vibes.
So just to take
but we're starting October 19th against Pakistan no in the World Cup 23rd
नहीं पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट मैच आई थिंक 23rd को है ना
yeah
बिकॉज उस दिन को मेरे को एक शो मतलब डेट मिल रहा था किसी मतलब आई वाज ट्राइंग टू बुक फॉर अ शो अक्टूबर 23rd फ्री है सर आप ले लो ना
yeah 23rd yeah
dude I'm going to show Coimbatore on 22nd even though the venue was more expensive more expensive on 22nd than on 23rd just because 23rd is the match, and I was like, मेरे को match देखने का है. I don't give a shit
Yeah.
about my own show. Like, what is this?
Man, 24th is Diwali as well. So like it's like India
Yeah.
Pakistan match and then Diwali. So उससे पहले ही
And
चल रहा
25th
था
is
कि
my wife's birthday, so back-to-back great days for Indian victory.
interesting. But
For
to answer
Saurabh's
this question,
team.
Anu,
For
For
my
Team
team.
Saurabh. Back to back.
Sandeep Thakur's question. By the way, guys, because this is the first time I'm using StreamYard, so I'm doing all these comments and all things. Are you guys able to read these comments? No.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, fine. ठीक है
You
अचानक
always
से मेरे
check.
को रियलाइज हुआ मैं खुद ही की खुशी के लिए करे जा रहा हूँ क्या यहाँ पे बट या संदीप ठाकर वेरी बूमर मोमेंट बाय मी बट अक्षर पटेल और अश्विन विद चहल इन द वर्ल्ड कप एट ऑस्ट्रेलिया व्हाट डू यू गाइस फील अनु
I don't think they'll bowl Ashwin.
so it'll be just Chahal and with Akshay Patel and what do you feel about Chahal
I don't feel much. I have to say. I don't know. I'm not invested in Yuzvendra Chahal. Like, you want, like, there's those players, like, you want to, but then, the spirit is willing, but the rest of you is not.
even after you heard his poor fellow being bullied from 15th floor like balcony of a 15th floor being hung upside down from a balcony like 15th floor तो यार बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है तो उसके बाद भी नहीं
Okay, so now we all suffer. People in Birmingham and all in the cricket team, Yorkshire cricket team and all have suffered. All these, Indians and of Pakistani origin and Indian origin, these bowlers. है ना?
teams
Huh?
all the teams
Yeah, Michael Vaughan couldn't do commentary because he was part of the Yorkshire team. So I'm saying people suffer, Ganguly.
fair enough but do you think that this Bisnoy would have been a better choice than Chahal any day
If you want to see how your comments are looking, that's how your stream looks. It looks pretty decent. It looks nice. So चल रहा है, आ रहा है. It looks better than usual. हाँ.
thank you
But,
Chahal raha hai.
But listen,
What
this Bishoy versus Chahal debate, okay? Now the problem is that we have full recency bias on like everything, where we're like, अभी उसने अच्छा किया, तो future में हमेशा अच्छा करेगा. I'm like, dude, but like, come on, Chahal has been doing consistently. He had a very bad Asia Cup. That's perfectly fine. But again, you got to understand, Asian countries are playing spin way better. Unless you're a Rashid Khan or somebody having a really great day. Like, I think Ashwin has far more mastery and far more guile to defeat Asian countries than pretty much any spin bowler in India right now. So I would 150% play Ashwin against Asian countries, and I would play Aksar or Chahal depending on कि हाँ तुम्हारे ये सब चल रहा है कि लेफ्ट हैंडर ज्यादा है राइट हैंडर ज्यादा है पर नहीं वो स्विच हिट करता है नहीं पर वो रिवर्स स्विच हिट करता है and all the shit that you do fucking
Who are you
fine.
talking like? Whom are you talking like right now?
I don't know. I'm talking like some.
Oh, what was that?
This is
Yeah,
an exaggeration of myself.
This is like like Hindi commentators once said, Aaron ने Finch hitting किया. I lost it.
Dude, did you see like when Prince Charles became King Charles or whatever? One of the news channels, I saw this on News Laundry. Where one of the news channels said, "तो अभी Prince Charles क्या उन्हें हम बोलेंगे Queen Charles?" And like a genuine question, not like he was he was not like
you know,
he was
legit,
actually
they are asking कि Prince Charles को Queen Charles बुलाना है क्या? And they're like, नहीं वो Queen क्यों होंगे? The other person is also trying to like in all earnestly answer the question. नहीं वो Queen नहीं होंगे ना? नहीं but अब वो Prince थोड़ी ना रहे हैं. अब तो वो हो गए main. हाँ but वो Queen थोड़ी हो गए. वो तो King होंगे ना? हाँ. It was a really nice cute moment. But yeah. Anyway, coming back to what about you? So for you, Pant, Chahal is better than Bishnoi, and it makes more sense to continue with Chahal, right? I mean,
Listen, if you're going into World Cup, you can't like India has done this so often where you basically screwed over Ambati Raidu for no reason, and just because he didn't do well in a couple of matches, you just threw him away. That was like, I mean, I think we've discussed this so many times. That was like one of the most stupid things. Like, and again, like Vijay Shankar is like for whatever he's worth, is still a good player in the capacity that he's for. I think he's great. I think he's one of the best cricketers since Gary Sobers. He's Gary drunk. He's Gary hangover. Whatever.
I get it.
I'm just giving you Anu. But yeah, I think Chahal still the record still speaks for itself. I think he's still got a lot. The only thing with Chahal and Bishnoi both is that I don't think either of them can bat. And now, if you're following most of the you can't have more than one player in a T20 side in international cricket right now who can't bat. That's across the board. Like if you even see like Dawson right now playing for England, they are batting till 10.
Yeah,
Pakistan, oddly enough, is batting till uh, I think Pakistan might be batting. I think till 11 maybe. Like
yeah. उनके
Josh.
लास्ट अफगानिस्तान के अगेंस्ट तो उसका उनका तो पंजाब चल रहा है ना, उनका तो पंजाब है, तो it's just,
अरे but dude,
yeah.
okay. So Naseem Shah hitting those two sixes, ठीक है? Now everybody went like, अरे वो fight की वजह से हुआ. I was seeing the replay again. There were two directs pitched on off stump. I mean, like the chances of you bowling two directs, and that was Faruqi doing it, who's if you follow T20 cricket for the last couple of years, is genuinely one of the best T20 bowlers out there, and especially left arm. That guy's amazing, right? So he screwed up. And again, Asim Shah stepped up and did it, but it's like two direction off stump. I'm just saying, like it's not as like Afghanistan went under pressure.
But yeah, last man hitting two sixes is still a big deal, of course. Last
It's
man,
still a
like
big deal. It was awesome. It was awesome to watch. It was awesome to watch.
And also,
Uh,
Afghanistan had two back-to-back matches.
yeah.
And,
Dude, like,
and
we
also,
what
don't
happened?
forget about that, Anu. Our next match in the toss, they come out like it's been 14 hours since they've been all tired and emotionally drained out, and they're having to play another match, and they get to know Rohit Sharma won't be playing because he got tired. It must have been a good moment for the bacha. He got tired, huh? Nice, very good. He got tired.
Yeah, Abhijit, I got to ask you, man, if India loses the World Cup, are you going to be analyzing the response by the Indian team? Is it going to be up to your liking with regards to how
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this,
Like, we need
Abhijit.
to-
We know it's the Bengali versus Bengali. You know whose passion shone brighter.
For people who have completely no idea why this trolling is happening to me, why this little bit of animosity is coming towards me, is because I had a Twitter feud slightly. But yeah, honestly, Acha, tell me, guys, did I say anything wrong? Like the first original tweet, and I said that like it just in the Asia Cup, it just looked like the other teams. It meant more to them. इसमें कुछ गलत थोड़ी बोल रहा था यार. Like clearly, you could see the emotions for the Sri Lankan teams in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Everybody.
What
was
did you
just-
expect, Abhijit? You just expected them to cry on the field. You expected KL Rahul not to put positive vibes pictures of them, on his Insta feed. Is that what you expected?
I was just like, okay, guys, it just looks like it just means a lot more to them than it meant to the Indian team, and that's all, and that's something everybody had been talking about. Like, and then Twitter tweet happened, and then yeah, and I mean, I kind of like whatever that Abhishek Chatterjee, Banerjee, whatever that guy's name is,
no, but that's why you save all this stuff for
Mukherjee. It's Mukherjee. We looked it up.
yeah, I'm sorry, it's Mukherjee, yeah, one of the G's, but
yeah, what did he say? He said that now we're expecting something. What did he say? He said,
so you know how you know how it happens, sort of whenever you're reading text, even in messages, like what you said and the other person said, you always add like a slightly obnoxious tone to the other person's message. Like he said,
yeah.
"What the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you not going there?" And I said, "I'm just not interested in going there." And he replied, "What do you mean you are not interested?" So in your head, the other person is obviously saying it like a dick. So see, I have a little bit of awareness that okay, maybe I kind of like I
Yeah.
escalated it a little bit, but like I just read that and it was like and and it's something with me also. Like I somehow don't like with all like this cricket journalists or any journalist for that matter, any of those with the serious faces, no, the serious face DP ones who have like the serious face and looking at the mic and everything, that look at me, I'm making a difference, I'm giving my opinions. So that just kind of like just shut up and just smile on your DP, so that kind of makes me a little bit like that. So I read it, and yeah, it was a knee-jerk kind of a reply, to which I certainly did not expect that Akash
Akash
Chopra.
Chopra had to reply.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, in the middle of all the stuff he does, like he does so much stuff. It tires me seeing him work so much. Like अपना commentary करके YouTube ये सब कुछ करते हुए.
What did he say?
But
But I missed this. What did Akash Chopra say?
Akash Chopra. So first Akash Chopra, I don't know. Like Akash, should I just put up the screen only because this will be easier if
Yeah,
I.
yeah. Let's see. Come on, let's see the drama, man. Come on. I mean, you're on Twitter putting out fun tweets to like bait people, and people are getting baited. Come on, you got to
I
put
did
it.
not bait people, man. I just put out my emotion initially, and then like that got somebody reacted certain way to that, and
Misconstrued. Basically, you did ungli. Shut up.
You know how to share screen, right?
okay, I'm trying to share screen. How do I share
Just
screen?
share the window
Uh,
part. Just share the window. That'll be easier. Otherwise, your random shit will get
share
showed.
share screen. Share screen is easiest with two monitors. Okay, fine. So
No, no.
now if I should I if I
May I,
no do
off
I this is
topic,
the
just
window,
say
right?
that I'm enjoying Ravi Shastri back in the commentary box.
Yeah, he's got renewed vigor and he's got new
Big,
perspective.
Henna?
Like,
Henna?
yeah,
I
and
really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm really
he's not
enjoying
doing
it.
platitudes anymore. He's not doing platitudes. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, are you able to see this now?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. 283, 11,000 likes. Holy shit,
So
dude.
basically, I just said after like, is it me or the Indian players don't look like? I will do the tone thing. Obviously, I'll try to make it my yeah. But is it me or the Indian players just don't look unhappy or even remotely upset at losing during the Asia Cup? Every other team seemed to care so deeply, also emotionally invested in every match, looking heartbroken at losing. The difference was a slash is so evident, and yeah, I just tweeted that, and then. This this guy Abhishek Mukherjee. I know the surname now, but Abhishek
Mm.
Mukherjee basically he said a professional is having a bad day at work is not enough. They have to look upset now. They are paid to play and not put up on demand emotions. Which I mean, come on, guys, it's sounding a little patronized or condescending. But so I understand after this I escalated it a little too much.
No, but
I just
also like when I read his response to your thing, I agree with him. like, like yeah,
Saurabh,
Abhijit,
up to
what do you,
Saurabh
I
to
just went like, Abhijit, what do you want from them?
I'm not saying just cry or something like I'm not having
Yeah.
that expectation. I mean because a lot of people kept saying that and I just do not have that यार मेरे को मजा थोड़ी ना आता है यार लोग रो मेरे सामने तभी मजा आएगा. But it's just that I basically meant exactly what I said, that it just seemed like it mattered more to the other Asian Cup teams than it did to the Indian players, and that's all that I basically meant. I did not say put up theatrical emotions or something. But anyway, yeah, he said what he said, and it's
Okay.
understandable that you are finding it fine also. And I said then I escalated it a little bit. I agree, I understand that it's not about looking upset; it's about
But
seeming to
what is
care a lot.
Akash Chopra said is what Saurabh wants to know. Come on, where's
Yeah,
Akash
yeah.
Chopra
This
said?
is
Okay, so
this is yeah.
this
Two
was on
observations.
Bhumika. Two observations, Abhijit. Seeming to is a subjective opinion, which you are entitled to have, just like others are entitled to have a different opinion than yours. You have don't know and why and how. Declare that whoever is offering a different opinion has a has vested interest.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Now, first of all, see, Akash Chopra, with all due respect, he's replying to this very sweetly and politely. I love how we are doing a scrutiny of these Twitter comments, but it's hilarious. Now, this is
Akash
like a
Chopra's
reaction.
Oprah-esque, Oprah Winfrey type tweet. Huh.
This is like a reaction video to my tweets. But yeah. So, but anyway, so he said it very politely. So I also replied to it politely only because he said it very politely, and I said
Oh,
it
one
very.
second. One second. Listen, let's hold it off because like you're politely so far, dear sir. Oh God, yeah, dear sir, you started.
I think Abijit Ganguly wants a pen pal. I think that's what Twitter has become for him. He didn't have a pen pal
You know
during
what? You
childhood,
know what?
and so then chalo, Akash Chopra ने message किया तो मतलब.
By the way, guys, even Abhishek Mukherjee Banerjee, what was there? He also know लोग long tweets उसके बाद भी एक उसने वापस को tweet किया था उसके अराउंड भी एक और reply किया था बड़ा बड़ा thread था उसमें. I just did not reply to it again because I thought this is just playing to the stereotype of two Bengali men arguing with long threads with each other. So I did not want to do it. I did not want to be like, let's not be the stereotype over here. तो मैं इसको नहीं और जवाब देने का इसने because otherwise also इसको जो मैंने last भी बोला था उसने भी उसने को tweet किया था. But I just did not want to entertain it more. But anyway,
Regards and Hilsa, Abhijit Ganguly.
yeah, dear sir, just look at the tone in which you are speaking. Everyone feels like replying politely, but if one replies snarkily, putting you down with an entitled tone, doesn't one feel like replying likewise? And everyone is entitled to have an opinion, of course, but would you disagree that some for their professional gain, cozy up to cricketers, abandoning any objectivity and essentially becoming their body media, or that in Asia Cup with other nationality players, it just looked like it meant more to them. Now, by the way, after which Akash Chopra again responded to it, and this was like he just said, like after he replied that
Arushi case?
yeah, man. I mean, I respect your opinions and thoughts, brothers, but remember the Arushi case in Noida? The media trial was about the mother not crying, and therefore the parents were announced guilty. Calmly crying in Kolkata does not mean the rest did care or he cared more. And after that, he just did. All
He's
of us
gone
react.
directly to a murder analogy.
Yeah,
That escalated.
that really escalated. Like I mean, from cricket, I mean, with all due respect again to Akash, because at least he talked nicely. I was like, when the moment if you are getting to Arushi murder case in a cricket conversation, so I think
Yeah.
it's best to politely now close this, discussion.
Chapter.
So
Meaning
and
Twitter was could be a movie now.
so all of us react differently at different times, even to the same outfit. It's only human, I guess. Take care. I mean, the take care. So and I just
Yeah,
like this last tweet, and that
I
was it.
mean, barring that last tweet from him, I think the rest, like I sort of agree with, because also what's happened is that I think what a lot of us have understood about being an international cricketer, and especially being an Indian international cricketer from Asia, from the subcontinent. I'm not even saying
Yeah.
Asia. I'm saying Afghanistan, Bangladesh, etc. It's a lot of pressure. So for these people to maintain a sort of Zen attitude towards defeat is the only way they can probably sustain their mental balance. By the way,
See,
you can
why?
remove this. You can remove this. You can hide this comment. This by Kanu Maharaj. Just
Okay, I can hide this. How do I do
sec-
it?
just become bigger and look better. Um,
What? How do I hide it? But
just go to comments and there'll be an option which says hide comment, and just hide the comment,
hide
because this.
current comment, right? Oh yes. Wow. Thank you. Wow. But yes, good. Glad that you. But see, I get it. The approach, the Zen, the Zen thing and everything. But
Uh,
look, again, because it's only because this conversation keeps on happening around this, no, तो इसीलिए मेरे को भी supporting arguments उसके around देना पड़ता है, and इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, see, ऐसा नहीं है that I'm saying that रो और या मातम मनाओ and everything like that. मेरे को ऐसा, like, I have no interest in watching them be like that. But end of the day, obviously, even the, like, there's a reason why when IPL happens, like IPL mein any team loses, there's no team that goes around smiling or something like that, because owners literally bambu de denge. Like aisa, like, so it's just that, again, I get it, fine, you want to have a Zen approach and everything like that, but that's not the same with just with the when they're playing for India right now. I mean, again, yeah, they won the tournament and everything was great, and at end of the day, we want India to win. But the difference was clear there in the Asia Cup. Like, it just meant so much more to the Afghan players, to the Sri Lankan players, to the Pakistan players. It was just so evident, and everybody was basically talking also about it. Like, it was, the difference was there. तो उसको क्या ही मना करे यार उस चीज को.
I
no,
mean,
this.
they're not Indian team is not going to get a bamboo from their owners because Byju's has not even paid the BCCI for sponsorship. So they're
But I
not
tell
so
you what,
concerned.
thank
It's
you
not.
Anu for treating that
They're not
fashionable
they're in
sentence.
huge financial trouble.
Oh shit, dude! I didn't even
You don't
Yeah.
know
know
that.
this. Baiju is in
Yeah.
crazy financial trouble. You don't know this.
Yeah. No, continue to watch Pakistan versus England. Huh? Makud, doesn't know local news. Byju's is in trouble.
Baiju is
I'm
crazy in
looking for
trouble.
them to do marketing for my watch-alongs during the World Cup. I don't know. I'll make sure that the window for payment is not 2 months. I'll say, "Abhi de paisa." No, but
Advance
see,
में काम करने का.
the key thread is interesting, because again, the tone of voice is always going to make people decide that they want to hear it in the voice that they've decided it, right? And there's so many people talking about cricket, man, because it's like it's financing so many careers and all that kind of stuff. So I understood your sentiment, right? I completely get your sentiment, because it's literally like for the Afghanistan cricket team, the Asia Cup matters more. For the Sri Lankan cricket team, the Asia Cup matters more with regards to like what they're going through and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just think like that's the kind of thing you say in YouTube live. So, and you know what,
हाँ,
either
मतलब
of us could
honestly
make.
पता है सौरभ, honestly बताओ, मैं इतना इतना ज्यादा, I don't even want to hold on to that comment that नहीं, I want to see them sad or something like that. इतना
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It's more like a. I did not expect that tweet to go like bloody 1,000 plus
Nobody
retweets,
does.
and nobody
He's
does.
lying.
So it
He's
was just
lying.
it
He
was so
knew. He
funny.
knew he was stirring the hornet's nest, Saurabh. He knew.
Yeah, he knew. He knew.
So
You can see
He's
it
it.
like,
just
let
started
me play some
feeling.
Bengali politics now. Sword, he knew.
Yeah, yeah. He
It
knew.
was
He
just
wanted to.
something you
Which will be the
feel.
last Bengali standing? Abhishek Mukherjee or Abhijit Ganguly? Sir.
Yeah, yeah,
Abhishek
yeah.
Mukherjee
It's
follows
all
too much of. He's head of content for, and it was written head of content for wisdom. That was my like, मैंने तो वर्स्ट वाला लिखा भी नहीं कि मैंने तो वो डाला, मतलब मेरे पे देखा head of content for
head of
wisdom.
content for.
Wisden cricket.
Wisden.
Then
Uh,
Wisdom, okay.
like that's my first go-to was like like after how Wisden is doing, being head of content for Wisden is like being home minister of Wakanda. Shut up, you. But but I didn't go for that. So yeah, it was much
It's so
nicer.
good that you didn't put this out in the public forum.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I agree with it. I also got a little riled up for no possible reason, and I did not really have that
No,
kind of
listen.
expectation. Yeah, robe and say,
Here's,
"Well, like, I was-"
here's the problem, right? And this has been happening for a long time, where we are constantly judging people by what we construe them to have said in the tone that we construe them to have said. So
Hmm.
I vaguely agree with what you said. I just think that like when people start going into these Twitter battles and all, after a point you realize that there's going to be no winner standing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just opt out. Let them say what they want to say, and then do a YouTube live and talk about it aram se at
At
your
the end of
own
the day,
terms.
and end of the day, yeah, see, everybody wants like good only, no, for the Indian team. Everybody is like, obviously, हम चाहे केएल राहुल को अगर अभी ऐसे मस्ती में बोल रहे हैं, but केएल राहुल starts playing amazing. So मेरा तो वो clear है. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be like a fan of, like, while I'm a fan of players and all, but it's like if it's working for India or not. But that's the difference between, like crazy political ideologies and supporting at least the nationality sport. You just want your team, like your country's team, to do well. तो वही है, but ठीक है, चलो let's
Also,
move
tell
on.
me, has Australia chosen that captain after Aaron Finch has stepped in? Have they chosen one yet? No.
Not yet.
And by the
They're
way,
gonna
guys, while we are talking about recency bias and all that, Cameron Green guy is not in the World Cup squad.
they're
Really?
gonna drop English. They're gonna drop English.
They
That's
are.
the assumption. Yeah, yeah. They can't not, dude. Like, क्या फोड़ा भाई? कहाँ से फोड़ा?
Yeah.
Like it's a next level. They and also like again, you're still he did it in Indian pitches where again it's like probably, and actually it's not easier because even the Australian pitches are pretty batting friendly for T20s. But yeah, he's I think the story is that they're going to drop Josh English because the option is English or Steve Smith. So it's got to be
Is it English or English?
English. Sorry, whatever. Yeah, I don't speak that language.
Yeah, but मतलब INGL, IS,
But
NE.
sorry to close the chapter of your tweet thread, okay? Because yeah, come on. You know
We
what?
have
You
to.
had me till you said, "Dear sir." That's the one. It's like Abhijit, come on. Why do you have to be like? And you accuse the Abhishek of being patronizing, and then you start your.
No, I
He
dear sir,
accused him of sucking up. It's a difference.
my dear sir towards Akash Chopra was not rude. I was actually trying to be polite because मैं वही बोल रहा था कि you are saying it politely, so that's why it feels like talking to you politely because you are saying it nicely. It wasn't like a rude thing. I'm actually literally pointing out that, like, see, you said it nicely, so I'm feeling like replying to you politely, not like dear sir. Like it's actually that's the problem. No, you thought it's a passive aggressive. अब मैं दुनिया में कितने लोगों को यही लगा होगा ये मुझसे ये passive
Yeah, the
aggressive हो
problem
रहा
is,
आकाश
like,
चोपड़ा
see, Abhijit, like the problem is right when you see you do stand up or when you see you talk, right? Nobody really likes you. But then when you know you as a person, right, you get to understand that you know what, yeah, this, you know what,
Hey,
maybe my
Saurabh,
next.
are you like introducing me to your podcast or what? Huh? Is this like you
Abhijit, I don't agree with anything he says. I enjoy your stand-up. I
I
enjoy
mean,
stories. I enjoy
but
I
listening
love
to
this.
them.
the first half of a sentence, I thought like every time Abhijit you're doing stand up, people have context of your tone. I thought it was going that line. Every time they see you do it, they hate you. अरे, ये कहाँ से?
But listen, I've okay. You know what? This is the time to pay you the compliment that I've kept in my back pocket for you for a very long time, which is that top three stand-up clips about politics in the last whatever years by an Indian comedian. It's
और
Kamra
थोड़ा कम
talking
करते
about.
रहते हैं ना और थोड़ा ऐसा ब्रैकेट बाय अ पर्सन विल
अरे भाई,
रिवाइव करेगा हो
अभी तेरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट ही चाहिए तो तू आगे बढ़ना फिर हट रे तू.
पर डिस्क्लेमर्स इतने सारे थे टॉप 3
Okay. So between
और इतने
2018 and 2020, right? So about January 2018 to male comedians talking
Shut up, let's
politics
just
in
get
India.
back to sports. Let's just get back to sports, guys. Yes, let's get back to sports.
Kamra, then? Kamra, then?
Grover talking about Padmavat and Abhijit Ganguly talking about whatever that Modi video was that क्या था यार वो I've forgotten the whole context where it's like हमारे लिए ये करो, whatever. It was
So
great,
what
man. I
all
love it.
different sports do you watch, Abhijit, Anu, and Saurabh? Guys, what all different sports do you watch? I like to watch squash. I have not mentioned that till now, so I think I will let you.
Badminton, I love. Like, I love watching
Hey,
badminton.
how do you feel
Like,
about HS
genuinely.
Pranay? HS Pranay is like I don't know, second coming or something like that.
Homeboy.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. I think in the
Yeah.
recent, where was the tournament being held? I don't know. Maybe it was.
Soul, I
In,
think.
yeah, I think it was Japan. Yeah. So, but he caused some major upsets. लक्ष्य को भी हराया वो. So HS Pranay is pretty much killing it. Uh,
I want to tell you the very odd thing, but I feel like, I love, like, when I meet sports people, I get very shy. And it's like I want to ask them for a photograph. Now, this I'm not a shy person, but then I feel very awkward to ask them. So at Chennai airport, I saw Sharad Kamal, the table tennis player, right? So after at Commonwealth, he won singles, doubles, and mixed doubles, right? 3 goals. And I went up to him and I said, congratulations. I mean, he's 40 years old, dude, and to win
yeah.
all 3 goals. And I said, it's fantastic and you made us very proud and very emotional. And I actually wanted to also say, can I take a photo? But I felt so awkward at that time because he was also serving himself pongal. So then I thought maybe, not the right time. So then it was like I was talking to see when is he finishing his pongal, and then the moment had passed. But I feel like then I regretted it. I feel like I should have. Like, why not?
Where
Yeah,
was
you
this?
should have.
Where was this?
This was like a week ago
No, but where was he having this?
at Chennai Airport Lounge.
Okay.
Arey, 100% should have asked. Yeah, because dude, Anu, you're also a legend in the whole Chennai scene with the Lola Kutti and everything. The chances of him knowing you are relatively high, and him being a
Yeah.
fan of you are relatively high, and for him to receive compliments from you. So here's my question to you, Anu. Why didn't you make his day brighter? What's your problem? Why are you being a Abhijit Ganguly about these kind of things?
I somehow knew that last line was coming. I just knew
No,
the moment
I
they
want
set
to
up the
tweet
opening, I
to
knew that
Sharad
last
Kamal, say, dear sir, I meant to take a photo with you, but please forgive me.
line.
Thanking you, yours sincerely.
My dear sir was very sincere. It was a
He comes to you
sincere
with love,
dear
Abhijit. Come on.
sir. It was a sincere dear sir. To you people for making my dear sir sound so passive aggressive.
Dude,
Acha,
Anyway, coming to the next
come on.
comment. Do any of you watch NFL, F1 or tennis? Yes, tennis पे तो इतना देर बात किया हमने.
tennis, though, I
By
am
the way,
obsessed. My first love, then cricket.
yeah, Anu, it's been a long time. We have not said the magic words.
Oh, sorry. Squash that like button, as someone told us to do. Don't just smash, squash it.
Smash that like button. It just helps the spread the algorithm, and the algorithm goes in different places, and and it reaches.
Okay,
others.
also on a side note, I went for the Chennai Opens, the WTA 250. Okay, so I went 3 days for these matches, and I must tell you, there's this fantastic Indian girl called Karman Kaur Thandi from Delhi. She's 6 foot tall, guys, right? And just like just such a beautiful physical specimen, and she's taller than the gory chicks that she's playing. So that itself is like what a wow, and she's got the most amazing forehand. Like to the point where I think she depends so much on it, she keeps running around to hit the shot on the forehand,
Oh.
But it was just like it was amazing to watch, and I hope she remains injury free. And again, I saw her and I went up to her to say, "Oh, she was so fantastic," and then I didn't ask for the photo because she was eating again. I was like, "Damn it, everyone's only eating when I go."
That's the only time they're free. Is when they're eating pongal in front of you.
But how old is
Yeah,
she?
but we have to discuss our Deepti Sharma. It's very important. We have to quickly discuss it. We're getting like
Yeah,
messages.
guys,
Huh?
let's discuss Deepti Sharma. Deepti Sharma का क्या हुआ discussion? Shweta has said that.
Yes.
So let's
Now.
talk about Deepti Sharma. So yeah, I mean, at some point it gets tiring talking about the same Mankad'ing and everything and bloody all these British people. You just again I'm going to give them the same tone that I gave to Abhishek. But he expects that, oh my God, the spirit of cricket has been broken. This is preposterous. And all this, some big words or something they're using. It's so annoying. But yeah, what are your
May I tell you an interesting take that I read on Twitter? Was this guy who said, like this, when, just a reminder that when the spirit of cricket was decided, brown and black people were not really at the table.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
So if you
really
look at it, like you can't expect people who grew up in other cultures to attach the same moral weight to a legal act. And so, and there's this other train of thought, which is that we believe what two guys have to say about some weird mathematical equation only they understand when it rains. And we take that as gospel. But something that's actually written in the cricket books, we are constantly questioning. Right. And so this whole idea of like even Michael Vaughan saying that, oh, you know, of course it's in the rules, but it shouldn't be a go-to tactic. I mean, it's not a go-to tactic, yeah. The situation presented itself. And he said, oh, the game was going so well, and this sort of left a bitter taste. And I was like, to be fair, they were 67 for 7. And they were 9 wickets down when this happened with like whatever, 16, 17 odd runs to get. But the way you're crying, like as if you know you were going to win the match, calm down, na. So,
they were.
like, I think that you're crying also not because of the unfairness of it. You're crying because you feel stupid. You know what I mean? Like you feel stupid when you lose your wicket like this. So I think that also then the spirit takes over the argument. And between like Sam Billings and this one and Jimmy Anderson is a fine one, you know, to take the high moral ground here about oh my god, I could have got more wickets at this one. But do you like when you saw it? Do you agree with this that oh she didn't the and David Gower said, oh, when you see a bowler coming in, the assumption is that she's going to bowl, but it's not a game of assumption, no. Do I assume like a catch is going to be caught? Do I assume? That's why you have technology, no, to negate assumption. So and we're moving into an age where that we're trying to remove human error as much as possible. So, and if something is so problematic, you're saying, okay, penalize it with a no ball, penalize it with runs, whatever you want to say. Like, you know, you're penalizing it with something. But then let's do that, na? What is the ICC doing sitting in Dubai, moving from London and escaping British weather? I mean, then do something. But like to constantly put a moral responsibility on people who play the game. Of course, Ashwin had to enter the discussion and say, give her a bravery award from the ICC. Of course he did.
Which is not something wrong, he said, because every time a person does
Yeah.
that, they really have to face a lot of social stigma.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely making a right point. But of course, Saurabh will have a contrarian take to it. He said they were about to win when Anu, we were in
They
the
were.
middle of it. Huh?
No, they were going to win. They were. So okay. Here's a completely different thing, and this is not related to this conversation. But I can't understand why Deepti Sharma is constantly India's death bowler. I cannot, for the love of me, understand why an off spinner is your death bowler constantly. And this has been going on for like a year now, where she's constantly bowling in the death. And I'm like, why is this? Piers Morgan, come on. Piers Morgan is an ass about
Yeah.
most
It's
things.
an ass about everything, dude. Yeah.
पियर्स मॉर्गन
That's
जब भी
supposed
कोई
to be.
डिबेट चलता है तो देखता है ज्यादा गोरे लोग किस साइड पे हैं. Like if there are white people, that's how we debate.
And he and Kevin Peterson are besties. I'm quite upset. Anyway, huh?
But
Yeah,
in
Ronaldo,
Piers
he's
Morgan's
a
defense, he
massive
said
Ronaldo
some
fan.
stuff which are also agreeable. But let's not get into that. I agree with Piers Morgan is not a thing I want to put out on Twitter. Like, see, Abhijit, this is what you need to aspire towards. You need to aspire to Piers Morgan level of you just like don't give a shit and just say whatever and just live your life. But
For that, you
the
have to
thing
be
about
50 plus. I mean, for that,
and then
PS
he
Morgan
started
is
early,
also
man. He started
He has
early. He
always
was
been 50 plus to me since ever. But yeah,
yeah.
PS Morgan has always been an ass about everything. So yeah.
No, not all things. A couple of his debates where I was like, interesting point, Piers
What?
Morgan.
Like what?
This is during the pandemic, and in my head, I'm like, did I agree with Piers Morgan? Is this a problem? And yeah, what
Can you
happened?
get some disturbance?
Yeah, I'm getting some disturbance.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's gone.
Now
Huh.
it's gone.
That was just
I
the
think it's
universe
Saurabh.
adjusting itself
I
to
think
the
it's
words that
Saurabh.
are.
Saurabh, is it Saurabh
Yeah.
only? Saurabh, just give me a second. Let me mute you and see if, yeah. Is it right? Are you getting any disturbance, Anu? I've just muted
No.
Saurabh. Yeah, there's no disturbance.
No.
And like I'm unmuting Saurabh again. Saurabh, go.
Yeah.
Yep, it's definitely Saurabh. It's most definitely Saurabh.
Sorry of the disturbance. Just in favor of Mankad'ing.
In favor of Piers Morgan. Like Piers Morgan के घर वाले उसके favor में नहीं होंगे यार.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean वो तो yeah, but ठीक है. Hey, this is you only. You have muted yourself, no?
Like,
Huh?
Are you back?
yeah, is the mic better?
Mike's not better, but there's no disturbance.
Yeah. Bol, baby,
Yeah.
bol.
Yeah. So the debate started with Deepti Sharma saying that she had warned her repeatedly, and then Knight saying that India won the game fair and square, but there's no reason to lie about it. Then, and this is all in cricket, so where Peter something or the other went through the whole thing, and there were 72 times where Deep, is that her name? Deep,
Charlotte Dean, yeah.
Deep.
Wow.
She was out of a
Okay,
crease,
guys.
yeah.
Saurabh, your levels are really low or something. Your mic levels.
Wait, let
Now,
me correct
now
my.
it became better again. Abhi, just keep talking.
Oh, wait, I think, okay, I think I know what's happening. One second. Hold your face, man.
Because मैंने बिल्कुल लाउड पे करके रखा था and then Anu said something and फिर मेरे को लगा मेरा चश्मा टूट जाएगा.
I think this should be fine now.
Wow.
Not like that. I mean the disparity in the
Dear
voice.
madam, your voice shattered my windows. Don't read too much into my tone of voice. I'm a mellow, laid-back Bengali. I am no Abhishek Mukherjee. Thanks and regards.
This dear sir is never going to leave me, is it?
Mm.
How's it going?
That should
man?
be the
This is
title of your
Anu.
new special. Dear sir.
Dear sir, yeah.
Sorry.
Or dear Akash.
Dear,
Please,
yeah,
Mr.
that's-
Chopra.
So and then I think Peter, whoever is from some, I think Wisdom Cricket only, Abhijit's favorite website, and he basically said that she was out of the crease 72 times. Now it's reached a point where this has reached moments where I'm like, yes. Like it's good, right? But this was so many years, the last couple of years, because women's cricket has been like not got its fair due, right, across the board. Where like finally the IPL is coming and finally all the rest of the stuff is happening, and I'm like, oh, now there's got to be some little bit of Nagin dance. You know what I'm saying? And Nagin dance is always good for the game because again, this is all entertainment, right? And so I'm
That's
very
what
happy
Isabel
that-
Westbury said as well. She said finally men are getting so interested in women's cricket. Like this is what it took.
Yeah,
I know you don't like her, but yeah, sometimes
No,
she
I
makes
don't-
valid points.
No, she makes valid points, but I just like I've been interested in women's cricket for a long time, and a lot of us have been. It's just that you talk about defining moments and you talk about fun stuff. Like I will talk about Ashwin, quote unquote, Mankad'ing. This thing. There's got to be a easier way to say
Better term.
running out the non-striker.
Yeah.
It can't be so
Yeah.
complicated. It's got to be
Yeah.
just.
Man, Vinu Mankad did so much in his life.
Yeah. And you know, when I was young, I used to think it was thanks to Vinu Mankad, you know, when I was young. So then I realized, no.
Everything you have done, like basically that's like again मैं मर जाऊँ और उसके बाद मेरे बारे में कोई dear sir लिख के चला जाए कि he said dear sir.
It doesn't work if you say it. We have to say it. Only Anu actually it only works when Anu says. When I say it, it comes out too snarky. When Anu says it, it comes off endearing. So that works nicely. So, yeah.
I've never heard that in my life. Thanks, Saurav.
Yeah, you're not endearing at all, Anu. Let me
Yeah.
retrace my steps.
Ganu,
Oh.
how dare you tease a sweetheart Lola Koti?
छोड़ यार गन्नू मतलब हाँ
Yeah, this is the same Anu who sometimes goes like मेरे को हिंदी नहीं समझ आता.
हिंदी नहीं आती yeah say
But I enjoyed it, man. I thought this was good for women's cricket. I thought if they had warned her, like you know what, the first time I ever saw anybody, and I'm going to say Mankad just because I think it's way more complicated to say running out the non-striker. I think it's got to be got to be a better term, right? I think let's figure it out. What do you think is?
we call it the Manjrekar.
Let's call it.
Let's call it the Manjrekar.
Sorry, the Manjrekar.
Dude, calling it the Ashwin is great. That's great. The Ashwin, calling it the Ashwin.
Ashwin will take it up like he'll wear it like
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. When somebody Ashwin somebody, this sounds good.
You gotta watch, guys. You gotta watch.
It's perfect.
This is why this is an amazing sports podcast, guys. Smash that like that.
So when Deepti Sharma, like the first time I saw anybody do an Ashwin was when this is before Ashwin started playing cricket, but it makes sense. Was I think all of us saw Kapil Dev running out Peter Kirsten, was it? Was it Peter Kirsten? In South Africa.
Hey, what about this
Yeah.
one, guys?
Let's call it Abhishek. Look, he's a good journalist, man. Come on, let's just
Yeah.
keep these.
He's a journalist.
Yeah, he's a journalist. I think he was a journalist. I was going to call him on the show, and then just the dates didn't match. But the first time I saw somebody do an Ashwin was Kapil Dev, where I think he gave 2 warnings to Peter Kirsten to not keep doing what everybody does, and then he ran him out. And then I remember Kepler Vessels taking his bat and tonking it into the shin of Kapil Dev, right? And this was like a momentous bloody occasion because I remember going like, "What the fuck? How dare you touch my Kapil, dude? Don't touch my Kapil like that, you Kepler Vessels, you South African, how dare you?" And I remember seeing that, and what I noticed about that, and I still remember, and I still reconcile it to this day, is the reason why people have a problem with doing an Ashwin is because it's the cricket starts when the bowler bowls, right? It doesn't, and that's the beginning of the event of that particular ball. And because the Ashwin happens before that, sometimes people are like, this is not part of the game, right? And so, hence, the warning for me is critical for doing an Ashwin. Like, if you make a warning to somebody once, and now that it's like part of the thing where you're like, dude, watch the bloody bowler, especially with T20 cricket, there are too many batters who are just like, I'm going for a stroll, let's run 2 in the last ball, and I will be halfway down the pitch before the person is even bowled, which is bullshit. But I would still say do the warning. And again, it comes back to what.
Without a warning, Saurabh, why without a warning? Because these are
I like the
really
warning.
high stakes, really high stakes.
But they
Just
say they
imagine-
have given the warning, na? And how it's a
That's
very
what they say.
basic rule. Do not leave the crease until the ball is being delivered. Like it's not difficult. And they had a lot of overs to go. Right? They
Yeah.
had some 6 odd overs to get those 16 runs.
Yeah, something
They were
like
like 44 overs in or something like that, right? Or
Yeah, yeah.
43.1 or something like that. So I'm saying it wasn't like they were running out of time. So that was my issue. It's a very basic rule. And if it's so problematic and gets into a moralistic debate, then change the goddamn rule. But then to say that people who work within that rule or adhere to that rule are not playing the game in the spirit that which was meant to be. And then I also realized I turn into a very petty person. Like, when people talk about the spirit of the game, then I also go, yeah, it is against the spirit of humanity to colonize people as well. Like I just go from 0 to 100 in no time. But that's the basis of it, right?
You dear sir it.
I think this is what you should title this podcast. Dear sir, don't Ashwin me. I think that's the title of this. But I agree. I think once I see a warning happen, I would still give the warning because I think it's one of those things where I know that we are all like, but because it's a new thing for cricket, right? Like I remember when the West Indies under 19 or whatever did it, like I think they got 2 people run out like that. One part of me was like, this is no fun because the event is not fun, right? It's like asking for trial ball. Will you do the one? Come on, yeah, don't start with the stump. Again, the difference between the stumping versus this is that it's before the event of the ball being bowled and it's a brand new thing. It's a brand new thing that people are trying to get into, and you don't start with a brand new thing by just saying, just do the warning because it allows for things. Yeah.
So what I'm just saying is, I mean, just think about the
Listen, you have to match my tone. You can't calm down like this.
Yeah. Oh, now you're calm, Ganguly. Now you're calm.
I'm always calm. It's just the tone is not evident on Twitter. But I'm always pretty calm, man. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, yeah, with the stakes that it is, like sometimes, for instance, like IPL का एकदम final एकदम last ball पे 2 run चाहिए. Now it's a really life-defining moment for multiple people. सबको किसी को घर मिल जाएगा, किसी को कुछ मिल जाएगा, किसी को क्या मिल जाएगा. The stakes are really crazy. But does anybody owe it to the player कि मेरे को warning देना है और फिर वो करना है? Why is it such a difficult rule to just adhere to? Just deal
Because
the
it's a new
goddamn
rule.
crease.
It's a rule that's becoming new and normal now. It's not been normal because again, as Anu mentioned, and that tweet by Andrew, I've forgotten the guy's name, who's another journalist from I think Sri Lanka. The thing was that like the reason why Kepler Wessels is angry with Kapil Dev was because most of South African cricket has got its entire ethics from English cricket. And most of the ethics that are in Australian cricket are from English cricket. And the way it's played in, like, say, even a West Indies or an Asia is slightly different. So it's going to take a little bit mild of adjustment. Like, okay, you use the cliche of stumping on me, right? Hey, will you warn him for stumping? Which is a thing which people use all the time. Here's my
I didn't do
situation. No, I mean I'm saying the,
No,
the
there's
comment.
one of the comments, yeah.
7 of 4 required. India versus Pakistan. Naseem Shah is on the non-strikers end. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has the ball at hand. Naseem Shah is out of the crease. Bhuvaneshwar tosses off this. The stump out. Yeah, you do. You keep doing stump out. Everybody has. It's the same cliche. It's a brand new
Hey, I was
mode
just
of
putting the
thing.
comment
No,
for
he
reference.
only put it. So
Arey,
I
I'm
think
pointing to
that's
him. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. Was the
Yeah.
same guy? Or? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. I just put it for context. मतलब कि किसको reply कर रहा है सौरभ, मेरे को क्या पता था फिर से भड़क जाएगा.
it was like a shaker guide.
Sorry, let me remove this comment. Calm down, Saurabh. Okay, fine.
Hey Akshay, listen. We can disagree and have fun about things. So I just think it's a new thing, and the thing is 7-4 India. Do you think Bhuvaneshwar would do an Ashwin on Naseem Shah? That's my question. If it's a legit form of dismissal, if everybody says that this is like, oh, let's all do it, tell me genuinely, do you think if Bhuvaneshwar did that to Naseem Shah, that certain parts of the world will not be in strife?
So, but certain parts of the world being in strife, say, मतलब, how much should that matter in the decision making of
See,
like
I know
team
it
का
would
काम?
help
कोशिश ही
squash
करोगे.
because dictators are in charge, but
Squash is a brutal sport, brother. अरे squash के rules अगर बताओ ना, squash में you can't even take an injury break unless there is blood. Like if there is no blood coming out, you can't take an injury. Like
That's why
yesterday's
that
match,
chick smashed the racket on her foot. She wanted the blood,
no, she
Abhijit.
had lost that match. She had lost the match this time, sir. But I mean that's it. But yeah, so like
no, but
yesterday,
I'm saying,
Roland Ross
it's just,
smashed her head. Like उसका bone थोड़ा सा निकल रहा था. But since there was no blood coming out, उसको injury time out नहीं मिला.
yeah.
It's a
But I'm
brutal
saying if
sport,
it's
bro.
if it's a legit, like everybody, like again the thing is that I completely agree with the fact that the non-striker needs to bloody stay in their crease, right? Because I find it very irritating when you're watching a T20 match and somebody just run off like halfway down the pitch before the bloody bowler is even bowled. That's bullshit. It's absolute nonsense. But I'm saying because it's a brand new mode of dismissal to become normalized, right? The question is that 7-4 India versus Pakistan, would Bhuvi do that to Naseem Shah? And the answer is no. And you know that the answer is no. It's not going to happen. So you got to give a warning. You got to Bhuvi will have to stop in a step and say, Naseem, क्या कर रहा है यार? अंदर रहना, किधर दो छक्के मारेगा यहाँ पर? भाई जरूर बाद में मतलब dinner पे जाते हैं. You will have to do that shit because it's not a normal mode of dismissal. So yeah.
So
I'm
okay.
saying whether someone chooses to do it or not, obviously is a personal choice. But my thing is, I would not decry the person who does it because he is well or she are well within their right to. That's all. Obviously, in a politically fraught situation, that you don't want to open yourself up to greater issues. So that in this case is a very specific example. But yeah, so I just feel like it's just a lot of hullabaloo over. Like,
And
come on
listen,
now.
Deepti
But I
Sharma
like
again.
Harmanpreet a lot at that press con.
Oh my
I mean, at the
God, she's
after
the best.
the match ceremony, I thought she handled it supremely. And actually, I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting her to handle it so well.
She's great, dude. She's so good.
Yeah,
That
just
knock, by the way, that she played, that 143 or whatever she played, I saw that knock and it was the same, I think, same day or around the same day where Rohit smoked that 61 or 40. And I was like, Arey yaar, God, yeah, just. Jesus, listen, the point is about normalizing. I know Abhijit is just doing this to bait me because he's just finding comments. Just keep it up there and go like, "Ah." let's create content here. the
It
the
just
point
came,
is that
man, at the point when I was just putting up the pin. You
yeah.
only taught me how to pin the comments, Saurabh.
Well played. You're playing the game very well. I have
What did you say?
StreamYard is
Sorry, what did you say, Abhijit?
He only taught me how to pin the comments, man. This is what he taught me.
this show is just
Lord
about us
20
talking each other. That's all it is.
Balls used
Uh,
to be dead. That
uh,
is comes in when the
and the
bowler
student becomes the master.
Yeah. Full mastership is happening. Okay, here's my
Yes,
question. Okay,
sir.
yeah,
Huh.
but it's weird. I remember when I saw the West Indies under nine or whatever. I think the West Indies. I don't know who. Some West Indies team did this twice on the way to the final, and by the time they reached the final, I was like, I don't want them to win because it was also like I was talking to Suhail Chandok about this, and he said sometimes you're not aware. And when he said it, I agreed with him, and then later on, I'm like, yeah, but you should be aware. Like this is, and with again to coming back to Deepti Sharma versus Charlie Dean. Deepti Sharma was within her rights because, as that Peter guy or whatever put it, she was out of a crease 72 times out of like the last this thing.
Yeah.
How, like, I mean, how many warnings do you need? So I'm just saying
Oh.
that you've had enough time to realize that you're making a mistake. So completely siding with Deepti Sharma. I just like the warning in this situation.
Coolios, I think let's get closure to the discussion. And there are some other
Yeah.
comments also, which I'm not putting right now, Saurabh.
Are
So I
put
think
come on, yeah, just bait
you're
people
not
now. That's the whole
appreciating
point,
how
yeah.
much more on high ground I'm
Come
taking.
on.
Also, Julan Goswami, 255 wickets, highest female wicket taker
Yeah.
in one day internationals. I thought the Gardo one was really sweet. And I got really
Very nice.
annoyed with Mike Atherton, who said, oh, this seems to be never ending because the Indian players keep moving and so she has to keep walking past them. It's her last match. Match is 39 years old. Like, let her have her moment. Jesus Christ, you
Yeah.
unpleasant, bad teeth Brit.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that to. Like, I thought Abhijit or Saurabh would say something, and then Anu was like, whoa, just going at Michael Atherton out of all people.
Hate these unpleasant stiff upper lip and your bad teeth. Can't you go to the NHS and get it fixed?
Bad
Oh, wow. Wow, Listen, I say this with. You're talking about teeth while I'm blaring my teeth into the face. Yeah.
Listen, you know it's supposed to be lucky, right? That's the
Yeah.
superstition. Like it's supposed to be lucky to have that gap. I mean, you and Madonna. I mean, clearly your careers are very similar.
Madonna also like did not get it fixed. Like, कुछ मतलब इससे तो कुछ
Yeah.
cementing करा
Yeah.
सकते हैं कुछ के साथ तो.
No. Gaurav Kapoor, me, Madonna, and Gaurav Gupta also. There's like 4 comedians who have a gap in their teeth. So yeah.
गौरव कपूर ने ठीक करा लिया अपना. Log
Really?
is
That
making him a
bastard.
lot of
I'm gonna
money.
message him.
His log is making him a lot of money.
that-
He can afford it now. But moving on from there. Yeah, I think we have.
Hey,
talked
one
about-
second. You didn't say. Oh, you already said what you said about the law. Okay. Huh.
No, I am pretty much in full agreement with Anu. We are two people, one voice. You know? On the same page.
Wow.
On the
The two Marxist souls that
Yeah.
speak as one.
I never thought I'd come to see this. Listen, Abhijit and Anu, we both discussed this multiple times, but I'll tell the audience this. Okay, like when you guys started this show, okay, I was trying to coordinate with Anu, who happens to be one of my favorite human beings in the world. And I said, hey, Anu, will you come on my YouTube lives? And Anu's like, oh, Pant, I just have this meeting with like Bill Clinton, and then I'm going to like give a high five to Dalai Lama, and Felix Baumgarten is like, hey, why don't you fly off the spaceship and come crashing into the earth with me? And then I see her on Abhijit Ganguly's live twice. I was like, what is this betrayal?
Anu, we caught Saurabh in a mood today, huh? Saurabh in a mood, huh?
I think he should put his AC on more often.
Yeah, man. But I don't think the AC is working for you, Saurabh. Like, really, man. But guys, I think we have talked enough about Deepti Sharma. Let's
Yeah.
move on. I think Saurabh has expressed his emotions quite a lot, and so have Anu and I. But moving from that, a little bit, do we talk about about football, because आधे लोगों ने तो ये तो अलग ही झटका लग गया मेरे को. But anyway, आगे because थोड़ा बहुत फुटबॉल के बारे में तो बात करना बनता है. Although I don't know how much, because there's right now not much football going on. अभी तो Nations League ही चल रहा है, and yeah, I'm not that much like right now. I've stopped even playing fantasy because Liverpool is just being so bad this season. So मेरा football I mean, it's
But
very natural. how
Abhijit,
much
I
of-
want to tell you this one thing. You made a tweet, now, since we're talking about your tweets today, about how because after the Queen's death, they stopped Premier League matches for what is it, 10 days, 1 week or 10 days?
I think 10 days.
2
अभी
weeks?
तक
Yeah,
अभी
okay.
तक
So they stopped Premier League matches. But cricket still continued. So the idea that, and someone went on record to say, is just that no one had any bharosa on uncouth hooligan British football fans, that they would stand in silence for 1 minute before the start of the game. So that's why they had to scrap only football, because they figured, like, the cricket watching crowd is far more educated. So they'll stand in one. So they didn't want to sort of bring down like it just looks really bad, right? On world television, if British crowds don't stand in silence for 1 minute for the death of their queen.
But Anu, I was actually thinking this, and I again tweeted that also. isn't this a bad thought to give out to, for like, you know how football fans, British football fans and hooligans they are. So basically, if you don't want your club to have a match this week, there's a way you can ensure it. Like, I mean, isn't it a like, like, aren't you like giving wrong message out there to the, so many hooligans out there कि अपने
Our
club का
form is
resident
bad.
match नहीं
Hey,
चाहिए
where's the
तो
monarchy this week?
कि चार्ल्स कहाँ पर है इस हफ्ते चार्ल्स कहाँ है रे
Where is
करके
Queen
यार
Charles? Come on,
हाँ तो
let's find
क्वीन
him.
चार्ल्स का कुछ करा सकते हो पता नहीं आई
King
डोंट
Charles the
गेट
third, guys, the third.
या
I just know about football that India played Singapore in a friendly, and we, despite a very spirited display, tied 1-1. That's all I know.
दैट्स
But did you see
अमेजिंग
the Sunil Chetri thing when he was getting an award
ओह
and then some guy like thwacked him to be central focus?
Yeah, West Bengal
या वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नर
governor and the athletics, some whatever. Anyway, but yeah, you were talking about EPL. Yeah, whatever you're talking about. Please. What
Yeah,
are you
we can
talking
talk
about?
about anything in football. We can talk about the West Bengal governor thing who has been, getting a lot of flack for that, which he deserves to. And obviously Premier League, तो मतलब इस बार तो मतलब दिख लग रहा है कि केक वॉक ही होगा for City. Although Arsenal fans are very, happy about how things are looking for them. In fact, I think if I'm not wrong, the Queen was also an Arsenal supporter. This
Really?
news was, yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about it. I think she was an Arsenal supporter, and this Piers Morgan was definitely an Arsenal supporter. So yeah, so Arsenal is also playing well. Everybody is actually thinking that they might have a chance this week. So let's see how that goes for like with the season. Let's see how that goes for Arsenal. But I really doubt Haaland जिस फॉर्म में है एंड जो रूटलेस मशीन है वो आदमी मतलब 15 गोल तो वो कर रहा है उसके चक्कर में तो मतलब मन ही नहीं कर रहा कुछ भी फैंटेसी खेलने का something like that. So I'm like very meh about football this season because I mean that naturally tends to happen when the club you support does not do that great as
Did
I
you see
mean
that video of Haaland? That was damn cute, walking the streets of Manchester and this guy say, "Come to United next season." Just going.
But there's been a lot of good things about Haaland. Like, if you, there was this video also about everybody else in Manchester City, all the people just throwing their like this was a training match going on, and there was this training guy who was there, and like उन लोग का training होने के बाद जो the guy who's assembling the kits, सब उसके मुंह पे फेंक रहे हैं, all the Grealish and everybody, and Haaland जाके चुपचाप fold करके ऐसे present कर रहा है. So yeah, he won a lot of hearts over there. Definitely a nice guy. Father used to get along fabulously well with Roy Keane as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's definitely a story. And Saurabh has gone in mute. He's
So,
like, what
Saurabh,
is?
you should watch. You should see this Haaland, like a picture of like if you talk about a stereotypical Viking look, like this boy has it. You know those like Scandinavian, just white, blonde, big. Just,
मतलब वो टारगेरियन लगता है देखने में ऐसा लगता है कि अभी ड्रैगन में
yeah,
आएगा अगले कुछ टाइम में
yeah.
मतलब इतना ज्यादा
By the way, I have found proof that Queen did not publicly support Arsenal, but because Harry supported Arsenal, she started supporting Arsenal in a very private manner, is what Google has told me.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you were putting all that mute time to good use.
Yeah,
That was very nicely and subtly done, Saurabh. But first
But
time
who
was
does
about
William support, Saurabh? Yeah, we're only interested in the future King William.
that's some massive intense
Oh, did
googling
he?
going on right
Oh, I didn't know
now.
that. Yeah.
But yeah. Oh wow, that's
Oh,
amazing, man. Yeah,
Saurabh would make such a great personal assistant, no?
dude, he's a. By the
Like
way,
immediately.
Haaland is a proper Sigma male guy, man. There are a lot of interviews of him being like a girl being flirty towards him, and he's like, yeah, yeah, so okay, so
Arre.
it's proper Giga Chad vibes है उससे यार मस्त है वो. But yeah,
Like I rise in the east along with the sun. You will not do. And then what you found out, Saurabh, tell me?
who did he say? Prince William, right?
Yeah.
Is
Who?
Aston Villa apparently very? Yeah,
William supports Aston Villa.
I just googled it. Come on, don't ruin my my one work in this
And
football related content.
We have Arsenal's ex-player himself giving us this message that William supports Aston Villa. We better respect it.
Yeah.
But
And also
Shubham now
Cred founder Kunal Shah was also there.
कुणाल शाह what?
मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड कुछ भी बोल रहा है.
तो
Yeah.
कुणाल शाह ठीक है, अच्छा नहीं नहीं करेक्ट का काफी ब्रांड वर्क आता रहता है, अच्छे लोग. But cool. Anything else, guys? I think we have covered all pretty much, everything that we could cover. Squash, Egyptian Open happened. Please, by the way, guys, I really want to pitch this to you guys and everybody who's watching. Genuinely
Okay.
saying, we are in the middle of one of the most intense rivalries in women's squash. Hania Al Hamami is second ranked. She's a beast of a player. I've like she every time she's on like I've never seen her on court and not have a like मतलब she's just diving around all the time. उसके knees तो permanently bruised होते हैं. मेरे को उसको देख के like I start feeling like pain and everything. And Noran go and she's like they all squash players have this like nickname kind of things, and she's known as the leopard. And Nuran Gohar, who's number one, is known as Terminator. She's ruthless as hell. Hits the ball so hard, it goes through people's skin. Like it's crazy. It's one of the best rivalries, and we are not talking about Federer Nadal rivalry like holding hands and crying and all that. This is like they just want to kill each other kind of rivalry. Like there's palpable tension every time they are in the same court also. And squash is intense too because it's one of the few sports where
Yeah.
the space is same and there is a chance of actually hitting. So yesterday, even by mistake, Hania, like in a racket swing पे उसके नोरान गौर के आंख में हो गया, full bleeding started happening. So it was and बिना bleeding के game भी नहीं रोकते वो लोग. So
Yeah,
थोड़ा-
because she said, do that to me so that I can go off court because they need to see blood.
no, then
to
she
stand
My
came
back.
back.
question to you is
Like, sorry, go on, Saurabh.
Huh.
a leopard versus Terminator. Okay, who
Yeah.
do you think would actually win if a leopard, like the strongest leopard in the world, was against the Terminator in a squash court? Like I
The
think
leopard.
the Terminator would win. You think the
I think the
leopard would
leopard.
win?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
What about cheetahs,
That-
guys? What about cheetahs? Let's make this political. Let's.
Then the nickname should have been Cheetah, but you said leopard. So I'm
Yeah,
choosing
yeah.
leopard.
It is
Yeah,
leopard.
yeah, I
I
said-
think,
yeah.
I think Terminator kills like 5 leopards and their families without any issue. If
Yeah.
unless it's a really shitty.
But I'd rather go for the real animal in the wild than just, like this soulless Terminator type. No, leopard.
ठीक है, ये क्या
Yeah,
pet parent mentality थोड़ी ला सकते हैं हम यहाँ पे बस बोल रहे हैं A versus B में कौन जीतेगा. ये थोड़ी ना
Yeah,
मतलब
I think the leopard, like I think the only chance that the leopard has of winning is that the leopard jumps on the Terminator's face and the Terminator tries to shoot the leopard off and then the leopard jumps off and then the Terminator shoots his own face. That's the only chance the leopard
But
has.
even
The
then,
beauty is, I don't know what you're saying. You're using words, but none of them make sense.
But the judgment
That
वाला
sounds like
Terminator,
everything I say.
सौरभ judgment वाला Terminator तो पिघलने के बाद वापस भी आ सकता है ना, तो उसका तो कुछ.
वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. So he has to shoot himself, no? Like that's the only chance he has.
But anyway, coming back to the point, it's one of the best rivalries. Please start watching squash, especially women's squash. This is really we are in the middle of seeing history being made. So if you
That's
can
good
see
for
that.
you, Abhijit. But I just want to say that Virat Kohli put a picture of Federer and Nadal and said, this is the best sporting photograph ever. And I was like, see, someone from the Indian cricket team is feeling emotion, Abhijit, when two sports people are crying. So I'm saying they're not all like robots who are not affected by defeat.
I'm not negating that feeling also. That's
Yeah, so did
great.
Rishabh
I
Pant.
mean, Anu,
Rishabh Pant also had
Even Veer Das, who knows nothing about sports, said, find someone
Yeah.
who cries for you the way Nadal does. I was like, wow, Veer, wow.
Listen, Veer Das pretending to understand sport is always exciting.
Yeah, very cute.
Like Veer Das pretending to understand anything except his own stand-up comedy is like always exciting. Man, it's like Veer, come on, Veer. Like I opened for Veer yesterday at St. Andrews, and I don't know what we were talking about. And I was like, Veer, come on, Veer, come on, Veer.
Were you discussing sport? Then that would
I don't know what
that
we
I
were
would believe.
I think I was trying to explain to Veer some weird meme, something or the other. And me as a 40-year-old man explaining to another 42-year-old man about like memes is not a good, pleasant sight. So yeah.
okay, on that positive note, guys, I think we have covered a lot of
This
different sports, and we have talked about different things, and we have talked about Veer also. Let's talk about and different kind of requests coming. Uh, let's talk about this is a really nice one. Rohit and DK are Desi Rafa Roja. That must be put together. No? Versus holding hands.
Hold each other's faces.
Dude, they're very cute. Yeah, come on. Like, listen, DK and Rohit are just very cute. I really, you know what? Because Rohit is like, I love Rohit Sharma, and I've always loved DK. So it's just great vibes. It's the kind of vibes I wish to have with like, if I had a friend, you know. I don't have any friends, but if I had a friend, that's the kind of vibes I would love to have with a friend.
But very important question has come up. Where to watch Squash on TV? Everybody has a
Yeah.
Woot membership these days because Woot is basically putting out a lot of football and World Cup भी
Yeah.
Woot पे आएगा. So Woot पे आता है PSA सारा Squash का. So on Woot you can watch men's Squash भी देख सकते हो. वैसे तो Ali Farag and all those guys Paul keep playing, and Saurabh Ghoshal is I think uh, on 10th or 11th rank right now, but he's obviously a
Yeah.
great guy, and he's like what he's doing at 36, it's insane.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's
If you
36
want
or what? I didn't know that.
He's 36. He even obviously
Wow.
won the Commonwealth bronze as well, and he's superb.
But
He's
Deepika Pallikil, dude, after having twins to win a doubles bronze as well, like I think it was, barely a year, like 6 months or something
so
after
even I
her
mean
twins.
I've everything respect for Deepika Palikal, but Nuran Gohar
No, no,
is
I'm just saying, like, it's not, I mean, I feel like it's such a brutally physical sport, like, unlike others too, that recovery time, especially, like, after pregnancy and everything, that's what I was so, like, gobsmacked about.
all these squash players are just insane. They are like crazy. उनका physicality अलग level का है. So
I think
yeah,
I would beat them.
of course you
Yeah.
will. Hey, if you play squash,
Yeah.
actually we can plan something. We can plan to play squash sometime. Sorry, but let's
Let's
take this
discuss this
offline.
offline. I have very many surprises for you in your WhatsApp.
Okay. I just
I mean,
went
not
to check.
now. I'll do it
Then
after we end.
yes. Okay, fine. But we have just discussed about a lot of sports. We'll be doing this again. Hopefully, like season two will
Squash the
start.
like button, guys.
Yeah.
EPL
Smash
the
that like
like
button
button.
again. Yeah, because it
Cricket
sends
the
the
like
algorithm.
button.
Tell more friends
Tennis
about
the
it so
like
that
button.
it inspires us to do it more often. And yes, we'll be doing it
Ashwin the like
definitely
button.
next week. While sort of anything you want to say in between again, every sentence it feels like.
No, it's better to interrupt you.
No, no, please go ahead. Go ahead. Please, dear sir, please go ahead. Please, no, okay, fine. We have
Mankad
done
the
our
like
time.
button.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Saurabh. And while before we go, I will try to hide all current comments. Anything anybody wants to talk about, any work or anything they're doing to all the millions and millions of viewers. This is
No.
feeling very sarcastic. But yes,
Ah, I'll still plug, because I believe in Abhijit. I think this show will reach out to millions of people. I'm going to be in Coimbatore on 22nd of October doing stand-up comedy jokes.
one day
Tickets are
before
on
India Pakistan.
before the India-Pakistan match. SaurabhPant.com is where the tickets happen. And unsubscribe to Alternative Abhijit, whatever the fuck this channel is called, and subscribe to Wake Up with Saurabh. Those are your only two choices. I don't know if you know this, YouTube has changed the algorithms that you can only subscribe to one channel at a time. So get out of here and
Where
subscribe
is
to
this
Wake Up
going
with
from?
Saurabh.
Where is this going? You're losing your own message of pumping your show. But anyway, yeah, that show is happening,
Yeah.
and everybody also keeps touring. I also keep touring. So follow us on Instagram and follow us on different places. But it was fun, and yes, we will do it next time, next week. See you all you guys. It was fun doing this.
Bye
See you,
bye. Good
friends.
night.
Thanks,
Bye.
Abhijit. Thanks, Anu. Love you all.